Lordship. So it will be urgent next week, Lordship, 23rd. Or 22nd, Lordship.
28. 28.
Lordship, if possible, 23rd. Right, Lordship, 28. 23rd, I am.
My lord, may I recommend a similar prayer, my lord. On Monday, but very urgent matter. Similar case has already been disposed of. A similar case standing on the same footing has already been disposed of. In this case, also disposed of in the similar line, my lord. On Monday, my lord.
Okay.
Right.
May I please, Your Lordship? I beg to mention, I have filed a miss case on 3rd January, Lordship. But there are some typographical mistake in the writ petition, and the order has been disposed of. The writ petition has been disposed of. But there are some typographical mistake in the name and address of the petitioner. So the rectification may be
Writ petition has been disposed of.
disposed of.
And you want to amend the writ petition?
No, Lordship. There are some typographical mistake in the name and address of the petitioners.
In the order.
Lordship.
In the order.
Yes, or
Okay.
to come up on 22nd, Lordship.
Yeah.
But Lordship, keep them.
May I please, Your Lordship? I beg to mention 2 writ petitions for admission, Your Lordship. Any date next week, Your Lordship?
Next week is quite full. First March.
Pleasures.
May I please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of a matter, any convenience, in any date would be fine, Lordship. Next.
Not next week. Third March.
May please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention for listing, Lordship. Matter is pending 22nd June 2022, Lordship. 2019 case, Lordship. Compensatory ground. Kindly matter may be taken 24th February, Lordship.
First March.
Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, I pray for listing of a repetition relating to non-payment of salary in the BTC area, Lordship. This matter was listed for 2-3 times, Lordship. It is not listed. Today also it was allowed for listing. Lordship, it is not listed. So short date may be given, Lordship, the non-payment of salary. Next week, Lordship.
24th.
24th. Here is another matter, Lordship, regarding selection appointment of
Same
lecturer.
day.
May I please, Your Lordship? My Lord, I beg to mention item number 45. My Lord, the matter has become infectious. My Lord, the contender has yet already complied with the order, my Lord.
You are Mr.
F.A. Farooq.
F.
A. Farooq. On behalf of SHOC.
Mr. F. Farooq, Learned Counsel, appearing on behalf of SHOC, Learned Counsel for the petitioners. The respondents have complied with directions passed by this court. And he has instructions not to place the present contempt petition. Contempt petition is accordingly closed.
Obliged.
May I please, Lordship? I beg to mention for listing for admission, Lordship. Any date?
Third March.
Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship, I have to mention regarding item number 27, my Lord. My Lord, in this case, my Lord, today we have filed Wakalat Nama, my Lord. So sometimes may be given, my Lord. 1 week or 10 days, my Lord.
Let it reach. Let it reach.
My Lord.
May please, Your Lordship.
Obliged.
Lordship, I am paying for listing of petition. So lastly, listed in the 2021, Lordship. If possible, next week, Lordship. Because petitioner has not received their current salary.
Next week is quite full.
Then on Lordship, 27th.
Yeah.
Deeply obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item number 6, Lordship. Indeed, writ petition, Lordship, the petitioner is sealing the rejection of his candidature for appointment compulsory grounds. But Lordship, I have missed, indeed, advertently, Lordship, I have not made the state level committee as a party respondent, Lordship. So Lordship permits, Lordship, I will make them party by hand, Lordship.
Let it reach.
Lordship.
Let it reach.
Lordship. Obliged, Lordship.
Yes, fine.
My Lord, in this case, my Lord, Mr. UK Naya will argue this case, my Lord. Can it be fixed on Tuesday, my Lord? Only thing is that there is an interim order, my Lord.
Can request made on behalf of Mr. UK Ireland and Senior Counsel. You want it on Tuesday?
Tuesday, my lord. It will take some time, my lord. It's regarding plagiarism in PhD thesis, my lord. So, my lord, some time will be required. That is why, my lord, on Tuesday.
21st.
Interim order was there, my lord.
Interim order is there?
Yes.
No coercive action.
No coercive
That
action. That is the only.
Interim order passed early to continue.
most of them.
Yeah, please. This is a matter regarding the
I have received
compensation.
instruction.
What is this matter about?
Compensation appointment, your lordship. In this case, other of the applicants was died on 26/3/2016. And the petitioner has filed a petition for compensation appointment on 27/2016. The ground here, the proposal is rejected on the ground that it is on page 33, your lordship. Page 33, your lordship. Last page.
Yes.
As per the government office memorandum number appears such and such at para 3, the applicant should apply for the appointment on compensation ground within 1 year from the date of death of the government employee. As per the record, the original application submitted on 27/2016. No seal and signature seen on the body of the application of the concerned authority at that time. Later on, another application was submitted on 27/12/2021 for appointment on compensation ground. As the application was not authenticated due to lack of seal and signature, so authority has not put their seal and signature. But it is admitted fact that I have filed the application on 27/2016. Within time, your lordship.
Barman?
Yes, Lordship. At that time, Lordship, actually, when the matter was considered, then one application is seen in the record, Lordship. But I think it was after on 27/2006, it was not, Lordship, submitted, Lordship. Later on, Lordship, it was submitted, Lordship.
No, 27/2016.
Yes,
Without seal.
It was submitted, but no seal of the authority.
Yes.
yes, Lordship.
That is not the fault of the petitioner.
But Lordship, as per my instruction, Lordship, they have stated that it was not the authentic documents, Lordship.
Where is it?
Yes, Lordship, that's the instruction.
Which one? Para?
This is the another application, Lordship. Additional Deputy Commissioner, Lordship. As per Lordship, 2015 office memorandum, Lordship, the head of the institution, Lordship, forward the application to the Lordship DEO, Lordship. But in this case, that was not done, Lordship.
That is.
Authority has not forwarded the application, Lordship.
Have you you have not put your signature and date in your application? Where is your application of 27?
Yes, your lordship, in additional affidavit, I have filed. Additional affidavit, your lordship. And the format is in the main petition, your lordship. Page 43, your serial page, your lordship.
Date and signature is there.
Yes.
Yes, Lordship.
Signature
The
is there.
department has, Lordship, the concerned authority has forwarded the application along with the Lordship forwarding letter to the district elementary education. Thereafter, DEO, Lordship, forwarded to the director, Lordship, after verification, Lordship, the entire document, and to place the matter to the district level committee, Lordship.
Oh.
But here it was not done, Lordship. There is no application, Lordship. Forwarding application is not there by the concerned department, Lordship.
The concerned department has not forwarded.
That's the department's fault,
Yes,
isn't it?
it
It's not
is.
the
Yes,
petitioner's
Lordship.
fault.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Lordship.
it is not petitioner's fault.
So let them forward. Then consider his case again.
But Lordship, they have already, Lordship, they have rejected, Lordship.
That's why.
As because at that time there is no application.
But there is an
2016.
application he has filed.
Yeah.
In the additional affidavit.
And the format is there, your lordship. The format has to be submitted.
Then Lordship directed the concerned department to take instruction whether they have received that application or not, Lordship.
Who is the concerned department?
Education, Lordship.
Have you received this application in the additional affidavit? But Mr. N.N. Ubadia, the counsel for petitioner. Mr. S. Fukan. A. Fukan, the standing counsel. Elementary education shall take instructions as to whether the department has received the application of the petitioner praying for appointment on compassionate grounds dated 27/2016.
Yes.
How much time you require?
2 weeks.
List the matter after 2 weeks.
Get well. Public.
May I please? My lord, I am paying for my lord one-time consideration of my case, my lord, by the DLC, my lord. Kachar, my lord. Because my lord, my statutory, my lord, application is lying with them, my lord. They have to, my lord, consider, my lord, either way, my lord.
They have not considered your case till now.
No, my lord.
Is it correct?
No, my lord, it is 1995, my lord. Father died in 1995, my lord.
When did
And
you
now
make
in
your application?
2023, my
My
lord.
lord, 2000, my lord.
After 5 years.
My lord.
After 5 years,
My lord.
you made your application.
Yes, my lord.
Your father
Well,
died.
earlier also, my lord, High Court order passed, my lord. Page 49, my lord. And the relevant portion, my lord, page 50, my lord. My lord, this is their application, my lord, as per their policy, my lord. They have to consider, my lord, and my lord, give or not giving, my lord, it is their, my lord, prerogative, my lord. But as per, my lord, procedure laid down by this honorable court also, my lord, they have to consider, my lord, not DLC, my lord. This is my
You
case,
consider
my lord.
and
Yes, my lord.
see.
No, my lord, 1995 application,
That's why I'm saying-
thereafter, my lord, 2000 order, my
Yes, my
lord.
lord.
Normally, my lord,
You have not considered his case at all.
my lord.
At least consider if you want to reject it on the
Yes,
ground
sir.
of
Yeah,
late delay, but
Now,
at least you have to
that
consider.
part, my lord, if my lord may go to the page number 39, my lord. That time there was a no DLC, my lord. Only concerned department is there, my lord. Let department maybe verify whether that application received or not, my lord.
My lord,
And without any communication after, my lord, 20
my
years,
lord, page
23 years, my
55,
lord,
my
is
lord.
coming before
No,
this
my
court, my
lord,
lord.
here is a case, my lord, police is not taking action in the FIR, my lord, and I am, my lord, for taking action, my lord. It is their, my lord, matter, my lord, they have to consider, my lord. Your lordship already laid down the guideline to consider, my lord.
First, Mr.
M. Borbuya, my lord.
A.
M. Borbuya, my lord.
M. Marbuya, let me come. Also heard Mr.
My lord, please take up for 2 and 4, my lord.
Who appears for secretary? U. Sharma, the standing counsel, secretary education. Correspond number
Is 1 and 4, 1 and 3, my lord.
1 and 3. And Mr.
1, 3 and 5, my lord. Yeah, I am
You
for
know his name?
2 and 4, my lord.
The government advocate. Correspond number
2 and 4, my lord.
3 and 5. 5 also, yeah, there's U.
Yes,
Sharma.
yes, yes. Inspector of
Five, U. Sharma. 1, 3 and 5. Stop. The father of the petitioner, while serving as a classical teacher
1995 okay,
in Baskanti High School, Ranipur district, or Ranipur, district Kacha. Died in harness on 4/5/1995. Drafted petitioner made an application for appointment on competition grounds on 18/2/2000. The case of the petitioner is that his case is yet to be considered by the concerned DLC till date.
Kachar. DLC Kachar.
By the concerned DLC till date. Considering that the limited prayer involved in the present application. This, considering the limited prayer involved, comma, this writ petition is disposed of. Directing the respondents, the respondents in the secondary department to verify whether they have received the application.
Dated my lord,
18/2/2000. Submitted by the petition. If the same is available on record, the application of the petitioner shall be forwarded to the concerned DLC for consideration of his case for appointment on compassionate grounds. Draft the DLC in its immediate sitting shall consider and dispose of the same. Shall consider the case of the petitioner in accordance with law. With the appropriate direction.
My lord, a copy of the writ petition and the order may be furnished to the department, my lord, so that they can verify.
Petitioner is directed to furnish a copy of the writ petition along with the annexes appended to the concerned department within a period of
2 months, my lord. My lord, your lordship provided, my lord, within 2 months, my lord, DLC to be filed, my lord.
No, I'm not saying about the DLC. I'm saying when are you furnishing your copy?
My lord, within 1 week, my lord.
Within 1 week from today.
My lord, consider, my lord, within 2 months, my lord.
That I'm not saying. It will consider in its next immediate sitting. They have to verify first.
Yes,
Whether application is available or not.
If it is not available, then what? Nothing can be done. If it is available, they'll place it before.
In the next DLC, my lord. Deep level. May please, your lordship, non-compliance of the order dated 2/9/22. Page 16, your lordship. Relevant part is in page 18, your lordship. Accordingly, can I go through it, your lordship?
Okay. Not yet complied with.
Not yet complied.
May please, your lordship, I am appearing on behalf of respondent. As per my instruction, they have supposed to comply. So kindly allow 4 weeks time to obtain instruction.
What, Mr.
P. Bordway,
P.
your lordship.
Bordway and counsel for the petitioner issue notice. MS
Arvigun.
R.
Arvigun.
Learned counsel. It's on behalf of the sole respondent.
So respondent.
As such, no formal steps are required. You have received a copy?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the matter of 4 weeks.
Also, can it be 2 weeks, Lordship.
4 weeks.
Can it be less than 4 weeks, Your Lordship?
After 3 weeks.
Lordship. Like it, Lordship.
Wait, please, Your Lordship. Madam, this is a contempt petition. Lordship will find your Lordship's order at page 13, Madam, 1-3. Order dated 25/8/2022. And the relevant direction is at para 16, next page, my lord. Page 14, para 6. May I read it, my lord? Accordingly, this writ petition is disposed of directing the concerned inspector of schools to act in terms of letter dated 21/6/2021, written by the Director of Secondary Education Assam within a period of 10 days with effect from today, if not already acted upon. Thereafter, the Director of Secondary Education shall take steps on the basis of the report submitted by the.
Yes. But
So with-
Mr. J. Patwari, then issue notice. Petitioner takes steps for service of notice on the respondents 1 and 2 by registered post 80 within 1 week.
Yes.
This of the 4.
Deeply.
6 weeks. 6.
May I please, Your Lordship? This was a compassion appointment, Lordship. But whatever, Lordship, I have not made the state level committee as a party respondent, Lordship.
What was it?
State level committee for compassion appointment, Lordship.
State level
Lordship.
scrutiny committee.
Lordship. SLC, Lordship. So I may be permitted to make them party by hand, Lordship, if the Lordship permits.
Learned counsel for the petitioner is permitted to implement the state level
committee
scrutiny committee as party response number 5 in the present petition by hand in the presence of the joint register judicial and list the matter after 1 week.
My lord, matter pertains to compassionate appointment. My father, working as a teacher in Bopathar LP school, died in harness on 1/10/2005, and within 5 months from his death, on 5/3/2006, I had applied for compassionate appointment. My representation is in page 33 of the writ petition, my lord.
Recommended by the DLC, Lordship. This case is recommended by the DLC, Lordship.
Is it?
Yes, Lord.
My lord, what had happened in this case is that
For upper, upper primary teacher, Lordship.
Are you aware of that?
No, my lord. Today the instructions have come, my lord.
Your prayer here.
The direction to comply the honorable court's order and Lordship to place the matter before in
Have you placed it before the SLC?
that, Lordship, I don't have. Only DLC, Lordship, they have met party, Lordship. I have instruction from the DLC, Lordship.
My lord, SLC also I have made it a party. It is
But there is no given agency.
respond
What
number
is this
7.
annexure for?
My
Page
lord,
35.
My lord, this annexure is regarding a rejection order which was given to me. My lord, what had happened in this case is that I had applied within 5 months from my father's death. Then after 15 years, they had considered my case and they had rejected it, saying that I had applied after the period of 1 year, whereas I had applied within a period of 5 months from my father's death. That is why I have come before this
SLC
court.
rejected, Lordship.
SLC had rejected.
SLC rejected.
Okay. Anyway, that is over now.
That is over.
DLC has considered it.
My lord.
But Mr.
PR Sarma.
Yeah, Shamal and the council for also heard.
If you can correspondent,
You Sharma. A Fukan, Leonard Standing Council, Elementary Education for Respondents, while
1, 2, 3, 5 and 6.
1, 2, 3, 5 and 6.
I am 4 and 7.
And MS Didi Baban and Government Advocate for Respondents, 4 and 7. Stop.
In this case, Lordship, after DLC has recommended SLC, Lordship rejected, Lordship.
After this?
Yes, Lordship. On the DLC was 17/3/2022, Lordship. Then Lordship, SLC is Lordship page 35. It's 26 August 2022.
Serial number 4, my lord, not Lokhimpur. Rintu Ranjan Fukan.
1 minute, 1 minute.
My lord, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, not Lokhimpur. Serial number 4, Rintu Ranjan Fukan. I am Rintu Ranjan Fukan. Rejected due to non-availability of norms as the candidate applied after 1 year as per OM dated so and so. Whereas, my lord, I had applied within 5 months from my father.
Where is the application?
That is the informative, my lord. The other apparent.
Application?
Application, your my lord, it is on
So you are challenging this SLC minutes.
my lord, for quashing and setting it aside.
Where is
Page 33, my representation.
Page 33.
Representation.
Five 2006.
The father of the petitioner. What were your father? What was your father serving as?
My lord, he was serving as a assistant teacher in number 2 Balapathar LP school.
While serving as an assistant teacher.
Please, Lordship, in this case, Lordship, the concerned department, Lordship, pending Lordship has take instruction, Lordship, whether he has filed this application in time or not, Lordship.
It was filed on time.
My lord.
But as per this 5/3/2006.
My lord, within 1 year from my father's death. My father died on 1/10/2005. The death certificate is in page. My lord, death certificate is in page 23 of the writ petition, my lord. It is categorically stated out here. My father died on 1/10/2005.
While serving as assistant teacher in number 2 Bobatra LP School, Lakhimpur. Died in harness on 1/10/2005. After petitioner made his application on 5/3/2006 for appointment on commission grounds to the headmaster of number 2 Bobatra LP School. The case of the petitioner was considered by the district level committee in its meeting held on 17/3/2022 and recommended the case of the petitioner for the post of upper primary teacher. The state level committee in its meeting held on 26 August 2022, however, rejected the case of the petitioner on the ground of non-availability of norms as the petitioner had applied after 1 year as per the OM dated 1/6/2015. The death certificate of the father, which is enclosed in the present writ petition, clearly indicates that the petitioner's father died on
1/10/2005.
2005. And the petitioner made his application for compassionate appointment on 5/3/2006, which is within 1 year from the date of death of his father. Therefore, the state level committee appears to have rejected the case of the petitioner on wrong premises without first considering whether the petitioner, without taking into consideration that the petitioner had already made his application on 5/3/2006. Accordingly, the minutes of the SOC dated 26 August 2022 is set aside and quashed insofar as the petitioner is concerned. The matter is remanded back to the state level committee to consider the case of the petitioner in its next immediate sitting. With the aforesaid observations and directions, state petition is made.
Highly obliged.
May I place your lordship? Let them for timing, lordship.
Why?
Because my senior lag in the court number 24.
What is this matter about? Provincialization of service.
Order lordship, case number 11 lordship.
Okay, after some time.
My lord, the petitioners before your lordship, my lord, also approached before this honorable court earlier, my lord. And my lord, their particulars, lordship, kindly have a look, page 8, my lord, paragraph 2, my lord. Shortly name of the, my lord, their higher secondary school is given, my lord. It is called, my lord, Haji Amsar Ali Mukhtar Girls Senior Secondary School, my lord. And their, my lord, petitioners particulars are, my lord, as such under paragraph 2, my lord. It is up to, my lord, page 9, my lord, serial number 11, my lord. My lord, lordship, I beg to, my lord, therefore, my lord, page 31 annexure 3, there, my lord, the order of the earlier writ petition, they approached, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, relevant portion, my lord, I beg to refer, my lord, page 34, my lord, paragraph 2, my lord. Paragraph 4, my lord. May I read, my lord? Paragraph 4, my lord. It was provided, my lord, in any case, my lord, they are, my lord, all the particulars are, my lord, forwarded and scrutiny committee, my lord, they found their school and they are working in the school, my lord. And accordingly, my lord, it was provided to, my lord, to logical, my lord, conclusion of their, my lord, fate regarding their provincialization, my lord. And thereafter, my lord, minutes, my lord, page 36, annexure 4, my lord, and relevant portion, my lord, page 38, my lord, 38, my lord, in the, my lord, bottom side, my lord, serial number, my lord, resolution 6, then my school, my lord, serial number 1, in the tabular form, my lord, A, my lord, everything is found, my lord, in order, my lord. Then another, my lord, committee report, page 40, my lord. But it is not, my lord, finally, my lord, concluded, my lord. In this regard, my lord, I have also submitted, my lord, one representation, my lord. So, my lord, saying, my lord, this representation, my lord, they may be disposed of, my lord, page 42 annexure 6, my lord.
Yes, sir.
May I please resolve? Lordship, here my lord, different petitioner have a different cause of action. Some are PGT teachers and some are UDA, LDA And their appointment
Maybe, my
also,
lord.
their appointment also different. My lord, some are appointed in 2000, some are appointed in 2009.
Correct.
Moreover, my lord, they stated that regarding the minutes, as per minutes, the minutes of the meeting of the state level scrutiny committee held on 28/12/2021 in the office chamber of the DSC Assam relation to provincialization of service of non-teaching staff, my lord. Here, my lord, some are teaching staff is there and some are non-teaching staff is there. So, my lord, minutes
So my prayer is
particularly
that,
for
my lordship,
non-teaching staff.
what my learned friend, my lord, saying, my lord, it is this honorable court, my lord, already, my lord, observed in the page 34 order, my lord. It is a matter of interest, but they have to, my lord, take, my lord, final call, my lord, who are, my lord, page 34, my lord, paragraph 4, my lord. It is individual right, my lord. Therefore, my lord, I am praying, my lord, they have to take, my lord, final call, my lord, who are eligible, who are not eligible, my lord. If we are not eligible, my lord, not eligible. Those who are eligible, they will get, my lord. All are before your lordship. It is, they will consider, my lord, finally. Page 9, my lord, 7 to 11, my lord, all are, my lord, non-teaching staff, my lord. Oh, sorry, my lord, form serial number 6 onwards, my lord. Because, my lord, I cannot file contempt because they have taken, my lord, some positive step in this matter, my lord. Therefore, my lord, contempt will not be, my lord.
What is it? They've taken steps.
Some positive steps they have taken. Therefore, my lord, forwarded.
What positive steps they have taken?
My lord.
What steps have you taken?
My lord, thereafter, my lord, they, my lord, these resolutions, etc., and particulars forwarded, my lord. But finally, nothing done, my lord, because government has to file, my lord, pass order, my lord, who are eligible.
You, Sharma, do you have any instructions on
No,
that?
my lord.
Then what is
Instruction is
saying is that you're taking steps. Why don't you get some instructions? Last time also we gave you time to take instructions.
So, my lord, the page, my
So,
lord.
my lord, every time may be granted to get the instruction, my lord.
I'll give you 1 week time.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, it will, my lord, with all the respect, my lord, page, my lord, 42, my lord, nothing wrong, my lord. If they consider, my lord, they will pass order, my lord.
Going back again, going back.
Yeah, exactly, I have understood. Okay, my lord. Okay, my lord.
First, Mr. Barbour, shall take instructions as to what the respondents have done, as to what steps the respondents have taken.
As per the, my lord, earlier order dated, my lord, order dated 8/4/2021 in WPC number 2522.
8/4/2021 was passed by this court in WPC number 2522 of the 2021. Please, the matter after 1 week.
Kindly, my lord, let me take it.
First March.
Diploma.
Yeah, please. But on the last occasion, instruction was sought for regarding provincial service of grade 4 employees. Well, school was provincial.
That one.
Have you received some instructions?
Lordship, the instruction we have not received, but then, Lordship, there is an act by which all the grade 3 and grade 4 employees, they are all, recruitment process is all on the all Assam basis, your Lordship. So that act has come into play. So now the thing is that, your Lordship, the petitioner has to participate in that process. Last year already, advertisements were given, your Lordship, and he should have participated, your Lordship, because he's a dropped employee under 2011 Act, your Lordship. So now under the new Act,
17.
Provincialized Schools Act, Your Lordship, under section
Let's separate X for
Four.
non-teaching staff.
under Rule 4, Your Lordship.
Under
4, page 24, Your Lordship.
which act? Which act are you?
Assam Secondary Education Provincialized Schools.
My lord, I am praying for provincialization of service under the Act of Assam Education, Provincialization of Services of Non-Teaching Staff of Venture Educational Institution Act 2018. That is lordship page 87. My friend is saying regarding lordship that is for direct recruitment process. Lordship.
The school has been provincialized, Your Lordship. It is
Service of the petitioner is dropped, lordship.
the school has been provincialized.
Yes, under 2011 Act.
So your school is provincialized.
Lordship.
Not the processing act.
Lordship.
And all Assam, what is it?
It's your Lordship.
Provincialized
Which
under
act is this?
my lord, provincialized under the Act of 2011. After that, lordship, the now new act come. For
Lordship, is it the Assam Direct Recruitment Commissions for analogous posts in Class 3 and Class 4 Act 2021, Your Lordship.
my lord, lordship, my case is relating to provincialization service of non-teaching staff, lordship, under the Act of 2018. Not lordship, my friend is relying that is for direct recruitment, lordship.
Lordship.
This is venture educational institution.
Lordship, that his
My
school
lord,
is provincialized, Your
Your
Lordship.
lordship is aware that
This is under the venture educational institution.
my lord,
Your
your
school is already
Provincialized.
provincialized.
your
Now
lordship,
it will be covered by that act.
Lordship.
your lordship is aware that under the Act of 2011, school was not provincialized. Only the employees services of teachers have been provincialized.
School
Lordship.
is not provincialized.
School
That is-
without provincialization of the school.
Ultimate, my lord, that is the service. Once service is provincial, everything will go under the lordship government.
Lordship will see page 14, Your Lordship. Page 14.
Of
The petition, Your Lordship. Read petition, Your Lordship.
yes.
This is, Lordship, the services of the following incumbents have been provincialized with effect from 1/1/2013. So the school has been provincialized, Your Lordship.
Incumbent have been provincialized.
Lordship. This is the
Just-
provincialization order of the school.
Second rule.
A school has to be provincialized with all its employees, Your Lordship.
What is the name of the school? Iraligul.
My lord.
Lordship,
Iraligul
Iraligul Public High School.
My lord, I have filed a detailed application before the lordship inspector of the school, that is page 17. Lordship may direct them to
Now you
examine the
since
claim.
this-
If lordship, if my claim is not sustainable, lordship, they will do. Yes.
That we can do.
Yes.
First, Mr.
M. Khan, lordship.
M. Khan, and the council for petitioner. Also heard MS.
D. Musahari for Secondary Education Department.
Bishari for the secondary education, secondary education department for respondents. 1, 2,
1, 2, and
3,
5. 5.
And cycle and government for respondents 3 and 4.
3 and 4. No, 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Three is perhaps my friend is report.
What is that?
State level scrutiny, Lordship.
You are appearing for 3 also?
Lordship.
Then 1, 2, 3 and 5.
5.
And I'm for 4. So and so for respondent. Stop. The petitioners before this court. Is it a petitioner or petitioners?
Petitioner, only one.
The petitioner before this court is a grade 4 employee in Iraligul Public High School in Karimganj district. And he's praying for provincialization of his service under the
provision of
provisions of the Assam
page 87, Lordship. Education,
under the Assam Education within bracket Provincialization of services of non-teaching staff of venture educational institutions close bracket Act of 2018. That's it. Petitioner has also made a detailed representation before the inspector of schools.
my lord, page 17.
Member of the district scrutiny committee of Karimganj district on what date? On which date?
My lord, date, Lordship, in next page, Lordship, which was sharp on 9/11, Lordship, 2022. Here date is not given.
Where is it?
Page 19.
Last page, Your Lordship.
Page 19. This is the postal receipt. Lordship.
Which was served on
9/11/2022.
9/11/2022. The said representation is still pending before the inspector of schools, Karimganj district, oblique, respond number 5. Accordingly, this writ petition is disposed of, directing the respond number 5 to consider the representation made by the petitioner and thereafter pass appropriate orders in accordance with law within a period of 2 months. 2 months from the date of receipt of a copy of the order.
Mass obligation.
Obligation.
Yes.
The petitioners also, they are the parents and lawful guardians of students who are studying in Adarsa Vidyalayas in the district of Barpeta. There are 5 numbers of Adarsa Vidyalayas in Barpeta. And this very concept of Adarsa Vidyalayas, they are established in the most backward blocks of Assam. On the last occasion, Your Lordship, this Honorable Court wanted to see the scheme, whether it is under the Department of School Education or not. Lordship, it is.
Here, RMSA, they are a party, but their name is not shown and their council is also discovered.
No, I have last time informed. I have given them copy.
But their name is not in.
Yes, but name is not shown, but I have informed Mr. Buddha Gopal also. He was very much aware of.
And
that's something.
To show, then we'll take it out.
Lordship, he is already here, Lordship. And he has deported some other person, Lordship.
How do you know all this?
Nayak, he was mentioned as Nayak.
Because
also he is here, also we can.
these others of Vidya, they were under RMSA, Lordship. RMSA B. Gogoi and Santanu Bora.
They are here only.
Where? Where are they?
We have served him copy, Lordship, and also while last
They must have been served a copy, but
yes,
your names are not reflected. In the
that is why, Lordship. That is why, Lordship. And the last evening, Lordship.
Anyway, notice well to go, Lordship, because Adarsa Vidya, they are the separate entity, Lordship. We are not representing the Adarsa Vidya right now. So it is an impugn order was issued by the Adarsa Vidya. So they have to be given notice first, Lordship.
Respond number 1.
No, there is 3. One is the Chief Secretary Government, Lordship. 2 is represented by me, the secondary school is Lordship, and 3 Managing Director Adarsa Vidyalaya Sangathan. It's a separate entity, Lordship. So they might engage any other lawyer, Lordship. So notice should go first to them.
Your Lordship will issue notice, but Lordship may kindly consider my interim prayer.
At this
Lordship,
stage,
what happened, Lordship, in this case, Lordship?
Mr.
SK Das, Lordship.
SK Das. Mr. SMT Chishti, Leonard.
I am for two.
So Mr. Nayak is here.
Council.
2 and 5.
RMS, yes.
RMS is here.
1 minute. Leonard Standing Council.
I am for 2 and 5 lordship.
Secondary education.
Secondary education lordship.
Appears for 1.
One is government, chief secretary government lordship.
Mr. Saike.
1 and 7.
Appears for respondent 1 and 7. Mr. SMT Chishti, Leonard Standing Council Secretary Education. Appears for respondent
2, 5. 2, 5 and 8.
5 and 8. Nayak, you also appearing?
Lordship, in the cause list, I am here for respondent number 6, but I was unaware about this fact, Lordship. My name is not appearing in the cause list.
And Mr. P. Nayak, then the Standing Council, RMSA.
6.
Respond number 6. Petitioner to take steps for service of notice on the respond number 4. By
4 is also represented by Mr.
respondent number 3.
CBSE. But Rano R. Bora.
We have served copy also.
See there.
They are the standing council, we have served copy. And
MS
their names are also shown.
Their name is shown in the cause list also.
Miss R. Bora also. Mrs. R. Bora.
That can be
R.
recorded.
Bora, then Standing Council, CBSE.
CBSE.
Address to respond number 4. Of petitioner to take step for service of notice on respond number 3. By registered post 80 within 1 week. This is the matter of 4 weeks. For it shall be considered
on returnable.
Lordship may kindly consider page 50 Lordship. In terms of the entry order, Lordship, now the school authorities are issuing orders. Lordship, now they are withholding our results. Lordship may kindly see page 15. Lordship, page 50 Lordship. Notice issued by the Lordship, the particular school. Lordship.
Ultimately,
Gratitude is expressed in the school authority on behalf of the others of Vidya Sangathan Assam.
Till the next returnable dates, parties are directed to maintain status quo.
Regarding collection of fees, Lordship may not see that, Lordship, because for
I'm saying
economic.
status quo.
Status quo.
No, it will affect the whole the state of Assam, Lordship.
State of Assam as a whole, Lordship.
He is not the only person.
It is for only district.
Lordship will
consider
it will come. It is only few.
Status quo in respect of the Bombay district. Lordship.
No.
Only
In
we have
district
only
as a
5
whole,
schools.
it will be a difficulty, Lordship.
Only 5 schools have come.
Lordship, for economically backwards, Lordship, in this school itself, Lordship, there are reservations. No fees are collected from them, Lordship.
Now our results will be with you, Lordship.
No fees are
No, here also under this scheme also, Lordship, there is a class, Lordship, from whom no fees has been collected.
Only 20%. Lordship, only 20% fees exemption. Lordship may,
for interim shall be considered on the next.
Lordship may kindly allow me to submit. Lordship, only 20%.
Lordship will.
Only 20% fees exemption has been
We
given.
will consider on the next date.
Lordship may kindly consider. Lordship, in no other government and provincial school there is any fees collection. Lordship may kindly fix a returnable debt since your Lordship has not given any interim protection. Lordship.
March.
20th March.
Then in this case, Lordship, I was appointed assistant teacher at page 13, Lordship. In the year 8 December 1999. Page 13, Lordship.
You submitted your resignation.
Lordship. Thereafter, I was brought into the regular scale of pay. Thereafter, I submitted a resignation letter, Lordship, because of unavoidable circumstances, Lordship. Thereafter, on 21/3/2015, and thereafter, within the period of 1 month, that is on 21 April 2015, I filed an application praying for withdrawal of my resignation. Thereafter, Lordship, nothing has been done. I was not informed whether my resignation was accepted or my withdrawal was accepted. Nothing has been informed. Subsequently, Lordship, I have made an application on 29 March 2022 before the Director of Education BTC, Lordship, praying for allowing me to resume my duties. 29th March 2022. Since no action was taken from their end, therefore, Lordship, I filed this representation, Lordship, explaining explaining when I joined the post, when I was transferred, and where I was transferred. Everything was made.
Yes.
Lordship submitted resignation in the year 2015 and withdrawal in the year 2015, maybe Lordship. But he is coming to the court today, Lordship, in 23, Lordship. Lordship will issue notice, Lordship will
Lordship,
take
Lordship,
instruction. What is there?
kindly see this letter, page
Maybe
24,
Lordship.
letter dated 29th of November 2022. It is there from their end. They were silent.
No,
They were silent on
Lordship,
20.
he made one representation. This is the acceptance, Lordship.
This is not
They
the
asked for
acceptance.
report.
Mr. Ardhar, counsel for petitioner, issue notice. Who appears?
Lordship, I am appearing.
I'm for respondent 1 and 2.
Mr. S. Fukan. A. Fukan, let us study council elementary education appears for 1, 2.
1 and 2 only.
1 and 2.
Lordship, 3, 4, 5, 6, I am appearing. Lordship.
Mr. P. Nair, let us study council.
BTC, Lordship.
BTC appears for 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice on respondents are complete. How extra copies respondents are. After how much time you require?
4 weeks, Lordship.
So for my representation is concerned, that can be disposed of, Lord.
Pendency of this application shall not be a bar on the respondents to dispose of the representation.
Dated 29 March 2020.
29 March.
29 March 2020. Obliged, Lord.
May it please your lordship. Madam, item number 12, 14 to 17 and 19 to 24 are similar matters, my lord. Sir, what happened, my lord, these petitioners, they were, my lord, appointed as honor 12, 13 to 17, then 19 to 24. Except, my lord, 13 and 18. These are, my lord, these petitioners were appointed as a honorary Hindi teacher by the, my lord, school managing committee. They in the year 2003 onwards. Government has, in the year 2016, my lord, lordship, kindly come to page 22. Government has taken steps for regulation of their service as a Hindi teacher. And lordship, come to page 31. Here, the director has submitted the detailed proposal, my lord, before the government. Ultimately, my lord, page 40 order. Page 40 order. I have made a limited prayer. I am also not challenging this order, my lord.
Yes.
Yes.
Since, my lord, Hindi TET is not, my lord, yet conducted by the government of Assam, the school managing committee and the district elementary education officer is still allowing this petitioner to continue in their.
How?
However,
SMC is not permitted
yes,
to.
Yes,
to appoint.
no, we are not praying for regulation. Government may go for, my lord, lordship, kindly come to my prayer portion.
And this is the.
Prayer
This
portion.
one is
We are
also
not
reported
praying for.
judgment, my lord.
My lord.
As per Jahangir Alam,
My lord, I know.
after provincialization, SMC has no power to
Yes.
to appoint any person, my lord. My lord, 2003 3GLT
My lord.
574, my lord.
I know that, my lord. So my prayer is, my lord, limited, my lord.
This one is also another order, my lord. This one is VTP's order, my lord. 252 2003, my lord.
So, my lord, I am not praying for regulation, my lord. In this case, my lord, though the petitioners were under legitimate expectation that their services will be, my lord, provincialized, But my limited prayer is, my lord,
Yes.
my prayer is, my lord, let government initiate the my lord, process for my lord recruitment. But
That they will do.
yes, my lord. Then, my lord, we may be allowed to participate in the process, my lord, because, my lord, some petitioners are overaged due to, my lord, this process of the government, my lord. That is why, my lord, we are before your lordship, my lord.
No, my lord.
No, our prayer part, lordship, kindly see at page 12, my lord. A direction to the government of Assam in elementary education government to initiate the process of recruitment for the vacant post of PT teacher, where the petitioner is still working, thereby allowing him to participate by condoning the overage limit and also giving, my lord, that part, my lord. That is limited prayer, that can be considered, my lord.
No, my lord. My lord, kindly, matter may be taken any other day, my lord.
You want some instructions?
My lord, my lord.
There are, my lord, instances of, my lord, condoning the overage, my lord, that
My
is
lord.
This is a different issue.
That cannot be, my lord. That is another issue.
Process for taking up examination that the government will decide.
Yes.
Yes, but
So the only thing is what we can say is.
No, my lord.
What we can say, I'm saying, as and when the government decides to have the TET exam for the Hindi teachers, then the petitioner may apply at that point of
yes,
time.
that.
My lord.
That.
Kindly, I may be allowed to take instruction to matter may fix any other day, my lord.
That order can your lordship can
After
pass, my
2
lord.
days. Monday, my lord.
You want some time?
My lord.
Okay. But Mr.
JC government.
JC Google and counsel for the petitioner. MS.
And Fukan.
MS.
And Fukan.
And Fukan, the standing counsel.
Elementary.
Elementary.
My lord.
Is allowed 1 week time to receive instructions.
Monday, my lord, Monday.
Monday, my lord.
You want it Monday?
Monday.
Okay, I'll request made by MS.
No interim pair may be allowed.
Oh, we are not paying today.
Standing council, elementary education.
Monday.
List this matter again on 20 February. What are the other cases?
Similar matter.
No.
Same order can be passed. Item, my lord, 14 to 17, my lord, then 19 to 24.
Same order.
Same.
Same orders. Same orders.
Highly obliged.
On Monday, my lord.
My lord, 51, my lord, I have filed, my lord, I may be implicated, my lord, in this petition, my lord, because this petition has been filed, my lord, against my interest, my lord. That is against my seniority list, my lord.
What is it?
My lord, this matter regarding, my lord, selection and appointment of the headmaster in the ME school, my lord. My lord, I am maybe seen, my lord, 51, my lord.
Yes, Lordship. I'm appearing on the petitioner, Lordship. My senior actually, Lordship, out of station for his parents are unwell.
So, my lord, I have no objection. My lord, may come, my lord, after 1 week or 2 weeks, my lord, as she wishes, my lord. Only, my lord, I may be implicated as a respondent number 6.
That also, are you in a position to argue the matter with regard to the impeachment? Counsel, I'm talking to you.
Actually, Lordship, my senior is not instructed me anything, Lordship, in this matter.
You don't have the brief.
No, Lordship, actually, I don't have the file.
When is your senior coming back?
Lordship, next week.
My lord, so far I know, my lord, he has gone for his, my lord, father's, my lord, treatment, my lord. I have some information, my lord. So, my lord, it may take some time, my lord. So, therefore, my lord, apparently, my lord, your lordship has discretion, my lord, as per rule, my lord. Your lordship can, my lord, implement. Because he has filed, my lord, lordship in his page, my lord, 58, my lord. my name is there, my lord, in his petition, my lord. In the list, my lord. So, my lord, your lordship, as per rule, my lord.
Problem is that she does not have the brief. She has no instruction.
So I am just only praying, my lord. It will be, my lord, better for him also, my lord. If I am included, my lord, and matter will come, my lord, for motion, my lord. The lordship will consider.
We can implement. Okay, in the eye. Heard Mr. M. Barbuel, counsel for the applicant. Also heard MS.
And Kolita.
And Kolita, learned counsel for the respondent number.
I am for I am, my lord, praying
for opposite parties. 1 to 8, 1 to
yes, my lord.
1 to 6, correct?
One, no, my lord. 1 to yes, my lord. 1 to 6, my lord.
Please share with her. She does not have the brief.
1 to 6.
Yes, my lord.
Let us see who appears for state elementary.
Yes, my lord.
PK Das. Then the standing council elementary education appears for respondents 7 and 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
11.
Opposite parties. So, by this application, applicant is praying for impeachment as party respondent number 6 in WBC number 855 of 2023.
58, my lord. Serial number 77, my name is there.
Stop. MS N. Kalita, Learned counsel for the opposite parties 1 to 6. And I'm so and so, Learned standing council elementary education has no objection for implementation of the applicant as party respond number 6 in WC number 855 of 2022. Accordingly, prayer for implementation is allowed. Stop. In the main petition, in view of the order passed today in IA number so and so, let you give the full address, sir. Be implemented as party response number 6 in the present petition. Stop. As AM Barbara, Learned Council, no, stop. On request made on behalf of Mr. SP Laska.
Yes, Lord.
Learned Council for the petitioner, list the matter after.
What's the first March? First week of March.
Okay, list the matter on 1st March.
Can you, the EST may, my lord, carry out necessary correction in the cause list, my lord, for cost title, my lord.
Obliged, Lord.
Diploma.
I think that similar matters are pending.
Where?
In this court, my lord. WPC 8795. They are also lecturer of Polytechnic. Initially, they were the guest lecturer. All the appointments less than 3 hours, it is to be appointed by the principal of a Polytechnic. It's a notification issued. So difference here is that, my lord, there was an advertisement by the department, contractual, but they are on the same footing now. They are also lecturer, part-time lecturer. Now there is an observation passed by the court, my lord. We also praying for some regulation in this case, but that has to be heard, my lord. A notice has to be issued at this stage, but our services there is protected, my lord, without the leave of the court.
Mr. D. Das, the city council, assisted by Mr.
H.K. Nath. H.K. Nath.
H.K. Nath, the council for issue notice. You appearing?
For higher education department. Higher education. Correspondent number.
Higher education. Mr.
A.R. Tahudillah.
Higher education affairs for respondents, 1, 2, 3, 4. Technical education,
Technical education, my lord, I think
One-
notice has to go, my lord.
Lordship, I am appearing for 1, 2,
Technical input, sir.
1, 2, 3,
4,
4, Lordship, 5,
5 also.
Lordship, technical.
Five.
5,
6
Yes,
to
Lordship, 5.
5,
6 notice has to go, my lord.
6.
6, 7, 8, and
All
9, 10, 11.
petitioner to take steps for service of notice on respondents, 6 to 11 by
Yes.
registered post within 1 week from today. Can you do it in 1 week?
Yes, hold on, 1 week,
Lordship,
yes.
at this stage, no interim order may be given.
No,
Already
there is an interim order passed, my lord.
List the matter. When is
Their
it coming up?
services.
When is it coming up next? 27 one.
25, they are continuing, my lord.
When is the other cases? coming
Other
up?
case, their last 25, it was listed, it is not being listed, my lord. So let it be tagged, and in the meantime, my lord,
List
we should
this
not
matter
disturb.
Along with WBC number 8795 of 2019. After 4 weeks,
Yes.
after 4 weeks.
Our
Stop.
services, we are continuing.
Till the next suitable date, the services of the petitioner shall not be disturbed without the leave of the
Yes, no, deeply approved.
Like that.
May I please, your lordship. So the petitioner has challenged, that is page 61, the order by which this, my lord, the respondent, private respondent has been promoted, in charge promotion has been given as a principal of that higher secondary school, page 61, my lord. My lord, so far the eligibility question is whether both are eligible as per rule 12 of this. My lord, so far the seniority concerns, I am senior, that is on record. So may I pray, my lord, the notice may be issued on returnable date, my interim pair may be considered, my lord. And Hawk, my lord.
Third and Hawk, Clarence Council. MSD Musharraf.
Lordship for Secondary Education Department,
Learned
1, 3,
Standing Council, Secretary Education.
for 1 and 3, your lordship.
For 1 and 3.
Here, your lordship, standing council BTC is required, your lordship, because
How
of
about 4?
this is lordship BT, standing council BTC will have to appear.
4 she can.
Lordship.
4 you can?
Lordship.
1, 3 and 4. How about this? 2?
For 2, your lordship, standing council
There is a
BTC.
standing council of BTC, my lord.
Because-
I will serve the copy today.
The council for petitioners shall furnish a copy of the writ petition to the learned standing council BTC within the course of the day.
The rest I will by rest.
Petitioner to take steps for service of notice on respondents 5, 6, and 7 by registered post within 1 week. List after 4 weeks. Prayer for interim shall be considered on the next return.
Obliged. Wait, please, my lord. Matter pertains to amalgamation of school. My lord, under the Sarva Shiksha Khetra scheme, 2 schools were amalgamated. The Soraimari LP school along with our school, that is the Soraimari Mariganda school. And our school was made the base school. It is in page 16, my lord, of the writ petition. It is in page 20, my lord, of the writ petition.
Your school is the best school.
Our school was made the base school.
Who is that?
My lord, in page 20 of the writ petition, my lord.
No.
Annexure C, page 20, my lord.
Yes.
Serial number 36, my lord. Page 21 is the effective page. Huh? No. Oh, serial 37, my lord. Page 21. As per the order dated 23/3/22, the order of amalgamation. Serial 36. Page 21.
Yes. Then
Now, my lord, what has happened is that subsequently, as per the there were a minute which took place. There was a meeting which took place between the additional deputy commissioner, who was the chairman of the DLC, and there it was decided that there will be de-amalgamation of the school. De-amalgamation of the school, considering the availability of infrastructure and the other facilities. It is in page 23. Page 23, the minute stated 4/11/22. My lord, the last slide, the relevant portion. In case of amalgamation of Soraimari LP School with Soraimari Merganda LP School, the base school Soraimari Merganda LP School has to be changed to Soraimari LP School, considering the availability of infrastructure building of the school. Now, my lord, what has happened is that impugn order was passed on 31/23, where the Soraimari LP School, was made the base school. It is in page 26 of the writ petition, my lord. Now they were made the base school. The second last paragraph, my lord, would kindly refer to. Whereas the re-verification committee, after careful examination of the factors like infrastructure of the base school, recommended and thereafter approved the authority for change of base school as Soraimari LPS instead of Soraimari Merganda LPS of Kamrup district. Now, my lord, we have come before this honorable court because we were made the base school and our facilities are much better, my lord. Our building facilities, our teacher capacity, we have 5 teachers, whereas they have 1. We have 4 to 5 buildings, whereas they have 3. Moreover, my lord, during monsoon season, as my lord knows, in Assam, it is a catastrophe with floods and all. Water comes till this level, my lord. We have appended the photographs of the same. It is in page 28, my lord. We are on a better footing when it comes to facilities and infrastructure and teachers also, my lord, which is the prerequisite for every school, the soul of every school, my lord. It is in page 28 to 32, my lord. 31 and 32 will categorically show that the school is submerged during monsoons. The Soraimari LP school, the other school, my lord. I would kindly peruse page 31 and 32, my lord. It is seen that students who are attending classes, the water is the entire school is submerged, my lord. In fact, water comes till this level. Now, my lord, in a situation where we are on a better footing, and whereas we were made the base school as per the order dated 23/3/22, my lord, it is very suspicious. It smacks of suspicion, my lord. Why were they subsequently made the base school after the order was already passed? And the dice code has also been cancelled, my lord. The dice code is in paragraph 14, my lord, of the writ petition, in fact. And the teachers and students of the have been officially moved to the Meriganda LPS school, that is our school, my lord. My lord, this process is going to hamper the students and the entire atmosphere, my lord. And one vital point, my lord, which I would like to put in place, my lord, the OM of the Shiksha Khetra, my lord, the scheme for amalgamation, if I may take my lord to page 35 of the writ petition, 35 section 4 clause 4 subsection 1. My lord, if I may read, it is in page 35 4 subsection 1. The school having good infrastructure, facilities, together with amicable academic atmosphere and good teachers in comparison to other schools, shall be the base school, my lord.
Come to clause 7.
Yes, my lord. as per clause 7, they can go for an appeal, my lord. Yes, ma'am.
My lord, to one limited prayer, my lord. If the operation could be stayed, my
No, my
lord,
lord. They
we'll go for the appeal, my lord. Till that time, only till that time can this operation be stayed of demerger and a status quo may be maintained.
You file an appeal.
Yes, my
and
lord.
then pray
As
for
soon
it-
as
pray for
possible.
an interim before the
My,
appellate.
my lord, can the honorable court please protect us because the order of amalgamation is already out.
No, my lord. No, my lord.
PR Sharma, my lord.
Also heard.
And second.
Any second, then the standing council.
Elementary. 1,
Elementary,
2,
for the respondents, 1, 2,
3, 5, and 6, my lord.
and 6. Respondent for MS Didi Burman and government.
Respondent 4, my lord.
Appears for the respondent.
We have not had copy, Lord.
When we didn't have.
The petitioners before this court. Who is the petitioner?
My lord Moinul Haq Chaudhary, he is the
Petitioner before this
headmaster of the school.
He is the headmaster of Charai Mari Merganda LP School. And is aggrieved with the order dated 30 January 2023, whereby the Charai Mari LP School is made the best school on the amalgamation of Charai Mari LP School and Charai Mari Merkanda LPS of Tamil district. It is the case of the petitioner that by a notification dated 23rd March 2022, the Charai Mari LP School, LPS, and Charai Mari Merkanda LPS was merged, and the Charai Mari Merkanda LPS was made the best school. However, on the basis of a minutes, of what meeting is this?
My lord, meeting, page 23, my lord, meeting between the, my lord, the deputy commissioners.
On the basis of minutes dated 4/11/2022. Which was chaired by the chairman of the district level committee and members. A decision was taken to that the school, Charai Mari Merkanda LP School, has to be changed to Charai Mari LPS, considering the availability of infrastructure of the building of the school. Consequent to the minutes, consequent to the decision taken in the minutes dated 4/11/2022. The impugned order dated 30 March 2023 was issued, whereby the Charaimari LPS was made the best school instead of Charaimari Mercanta LPS of communities. The government of Assam has issued an office memorandum dated 22nd September 2016 on the subject of Shiksha Ketra, a scheme for amalgamation and merger of different schools, wherein at clause 7, it is provided that if any dispute arises, comma, the aggrieved institution oblique public may prefer an appeal before the government in the secondary or elementary education, as the case may be. But accordingly, comma, petitioner is directed to file an appeal against the order dated 30 January 2023, issued by the Director Elementary Education, Assam, before the Commissioner and Secretary.
My lord, before the secondary. Director.
Commissioner and Secretary, isn't it?
Yes, when the Commissioner and Secretary.
Before the Commissioner and Secretary to the Government of Assam, Elementary Education Department, within a period of,
my lord, 1 week.
1 week from today. So, thereafter, the respondent number 1 shall consider the appeal filed by the petitioners and dispose of the same by a speaking order after hearing the petitioner in person within the period of,
my lord, 2 weeks.
Within a period of 1 month.
within the period of 1 month from the date of receipt of a copy of the order.
My lord, status quo.
No money.
Okay, till the appeal is filed. Status quo as on today shall be made.
Highly obliged, my lord.
Logic, on the last occasion it was taken, my petitioner had not joined, but on 15th.
They all have joined, my lord. I have got
They have joined, but now it is similar to the earlier matter. Therefore, Lordship may issue notice and take it with them.
All have joined on 15th too. They are doing the internship.
PP Boral and the counsel to the petitioner issue notice.
I'm waiting for response number 1 and 2.
Mr.
And
3, 4.
Mr.
UK Goswami.
UK Goswami. Learned CGC.
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Appears for respondents 1 to 5.
I
Mr. B. Gogol, Standing Council Health Department.
My 6, 7.
For respondents 6,
6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9,
10, 11.
10 and 11. Stop. How about
My lord, 13, 14 also I am appearing.
11, 13 and 14?
Yes.
Petitioner to take steps for service of notice on respond number 12 by registered post ID within 1 week.
Yes.
1 week from today. List the matter.
Along with 398/2020.
In those cases, my lord, no, returnable, it was made returnable after 4 weeks. Here also we require to file an affidavit, my lord. It's a
List the
separate issue.
matter after 4 weeks along with WBC number
398/2022.
319.
398 398/23. 2023 WPC.
398 of 2023.
Since it's a matter of recognition of the students, therefore, if some date can be given, because
Ultimately,
Anyway, 4 weeks, we'll see.
Yes.
After that, you can make a
After
mention.
4 weeks, yes, they can make a mention. Obliged.
May it please your lordship, in this matter, the earlier council has left and I have been engaged as a council and I have filed the wakalatnama today. In fact, they have filed a IA also, the respondents have filed a, we would also like to file a reply to the IA. So your lordship may fix the matter after a week so that I may be allowed to file the reply.
Mr.
Y.S. Manan.
Y.S. Manan, the counsel for the submit that he has just been recently engaged and he has filed his wakalatnama
Today itself.
on behalf of the petitioner in WBC number
My lord,
1990.
My lord, I am appearing on behalf of petitioner number 123, my lord, and other petitioners, my lord, already taken back file, and my lord, my friend may be engaged.
In one with petition.
I am
yes, well,
for
same
petition number 1, 2, 3, 1,
In
1, 2,
one
and 3.
petition?
Yes,
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 sir. No, my lord.
Yes.
There is one petitioner, my lord. Earlier, I have filed, my lord, but subsequently, my lord, 6 petitioners, my lord, taken back file, my lord, from me, and perhaps, my lord, my.
So that's why I am asking one writ petition.
Yes,
Yes,
one-
sir.
Actually, if that is a single writ petition, I didn't know about that. In fact, I was not informed that there was another council already for 1, 2, and 3.
Yes,
So I don't know. And lordship may fix another date. By that time, let me talk to him. If it is possible, he may argue the case. I will not.
Okay, then I'll just say like this, Mr. Y.S. Manan.
Because we filed the wakalatnama, I don't know.
Submits that he has recently been engaged
Yes.
by the petitioners in WBC number 1990. And he has filed his wakalatnama only this morning and waits for some accommodation in that. Prayers allowed. List the matter on.
That may be fixed. That may be fixed, my lord.
1st March.
Very good. Your lordship, we are paying for the writ petitioner also. And the respondent has filed an IA to vacate the interim order. Counsel for the respondent
If you
absent.
file your objection,
Objection because I have gone through the record because ultimately the matter may be remanded to the under section 14. The disputed question of facts is there. Lordship.
of the 2017 Act.
Yes, yes, Lordship.
But where's the petitioner?
Yes, he is absent. I am for the petitioner. The respondent is absent. Who filed this IA to vacate?
What do we do?
Lordship, another day. Other way also. Lordship.
None appears for the applicants.
So he is present. Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, my prayer is that instead of taking up the IA, Lordship may take up the writ petition for final disposal. Lordship. Here, Lordship, my claim is
What is this?
Here, Lordship, the writ petitioner, Lordship, his claim is that he is teaching social science. The respondent number 7 also teaching social science and Assamese. But so far the petitioner is concerned, he is the senior most teacher, and the respondent number 7, he is junior also. So ultimately, Lordship, under this section 2017 Act, the district scrutiny committee, they have physically verified and Lordship published a list that Lordship will find at Annexure 7, page 26. Lordship make Annexure 7, page 26.
Yes.
Lordship, kindly come to the column number 14, where Lordship category wise number of post and name of Lordship got it. Column number 14.
Which school?
My school is second, is the Madan Chandra Das ME school. In column number 14, this is the finding of the committee. They have initially recommended the name of the petitioner. The name of the petitioner Nilakantha Talukdar. First one is Jaiprakash Thakuria, then Nilakantha Talukdar, then Akbar Ali. But what happened after recommendation to the before the state level committee, they have dropped my name and in my place the service of the respondent number 7 is provincialized. So Lordship, since let's say under section 14, if somebody is aggrieved by the any recommendation of either district scrutiny committee or state level scrutiny committee, they may prefer a statutory appeal. So that
Who is the respondent number 7?
his name is Lordship Rakibuddin Ahmed.
Oh, his name was not recommended
Not
by
recommended, but ultimately when this matter was placed before the state level committee, the state level committee has recommended his name instead of my name. So ultimately I am dropped out. Ultimately, let's say I am aggrieved by the recommendation of the state level committee. That is why I am in view of section 14. Let both the parties.
State level committee.
Oh, page 26. So ultimately, we'll say before, let the appellate authority heard both the parties, and after verifying all the documents, they will take a decision within a time frame. Until then, Lordship, the order may be continued, Lordship.
What happened, my lord? But in this case, my lord, he is not eligible for my lord.
I'm sending it back to the government.
Yes, my lord, then the interim order may be vacated, my lord.
It will continue till the
disposal of the
is
appeal. That
disposed of.
appeal will be within this time frame.
I'm giving a time frame for
Okay.
disposal of the appeal. Heard a decal and a counsel for petitioner. Also heard Mr. MS. N. Fuka. Learned Standing Council Elementary Education for respondent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didi Baban, Learned Government Education for respondent.
And
6.
it is not the state level committee, it is the circle officer. It is the report of the circle officer, my lord.
No, appeal will be filed before the appellate authority.
Inquiry officer Divyajyoti Das as a circle officer, it is not the state level scrutiny committee.
Perhaps he is not understood, Lordship. My his thinking is that
And your good name, please.
My lord, M. Hussain.
District Scrutiny Committee has
A. Hussain.
recommended my name. Ultimately, when the matter was
For
placed,
respondent number 7. Stop. Para. Matan Chandra Das ME School was established on 18/1/1996 under Chamaria Educational Block, Kamrup within bracket rural, and granted recognition by the government with effect from 1/1/2015. Stop. The school is also captured under the DIS data for the year 2009-2010 onwards, for the years onwards. The petitioner was appointed against the second post as assistant teacher of the school by the SMC, to which he joined on 17/7/1998. And he was allowed to teach social science from the date of his appointment. Stop.
in
When
paragraph 5, I have stated the appointment of the respondent number 7. Paragraph 5, page 6, Lordship.
The respondent number 7 was appointed as assistant teacher by the SMC of this concerned school on 28/12/2022. As what teacher?
Arabic assistant teacher, Lordship, and teaching Lordship social science and Assamese. He is also teaching social science and Assamese.
As social science and Assamese teacher. Assamese.
Yes.
I am also my lord, social science.
Yes, yes.
English.
In terms of the so-and-so act, within bracket Act of 2017 in short, the services of the teaching and non-teaching staff of the said school was taken up for provincialization. And the district level committee recommended the case of the petitioner for provincialization. Stop. the case of the respond number 7 was not considered by the district level committee, correct?
Yes. Therefore, it was placed
Comma.
before.
When the state level scrutiny committee considered the matter, the response number 7 was recommended for provincialization, and the case of the petitioner
Lord,
was dropped, rejected. Stop. Being agreed, petitioners before this court. Stop. Para. Section 14 of the Act of so and so provides that
Before the secretary of the administrative department, the elementary department also.
provides that any recommendation of the state level scrutiny committee can be appealed, shall be appealed before the state government in the concerned administrative department. Stop. Accordingly, petitioner is directed to file an appeal before the
Secretary of the elementary department.
Is it the
Secretary of
Yes,
School of
before
Education? Nowadays, it is Department of School of Education also.
before the
Secretary, Department of
is it
School
secretary
Education.
or the commission and
No,
secretary?
commissioner, that post is now lordship now dropped lordship.
Before the secretary
Of
school
the-
education department.
Yes.
Within
Within
a
bracket
period of-
elementary.
Within a period of, within bracket
Within
elementary.
10 days, Lord.
Within a period of 10 days.
Thereafter, within 2 months. they will take.
School education, oblique respond number 1. Draft on receipt of the appeal, the respond number 1 shall consider the same after giving a personal hearing to the petitioner as well as respond number 7.
My
And
lord,
dispose of the same by a speaking order and in accordance with law within a period of
2 months.
only
months.
thing, my lord. My lord, lordship may peruse my IA, my lord, annex 10, my lord. Here, district legal security committee, my name is also there, my lord. No, there is finding that I have no name in the district scrutiny committee.
Okay, then cancel that part. Wait,
My lord, annex 10, my lord.
within a period of 2 months
Yes.
from the date of receipt of the appeal. Stop. Till the appeal is disposed of, interim order passed by this court shall continue with the apposite observation to the petition. In view of the order passed today in the main petition, the present IS also stands disposed.
Obliged.
Yes.
Obliged, Lord.
May I please your lordship? Okay, I am appearing for respondent number 6 and 7. Today I have filed an additional affidavit that is not on record, lordship. Matter will be taken up after 1 week or 2 weeks.
Additional affidavit of what?
For lordship regarding selection and appointment of the respondent number 6, lordship.
You filed an additional affidavit in
Yes, Lord.
opposition.
Yes, lordship.
Actually, matter maybe I have not received the copy till now. She will give the copy today. So
Yes, Lord.
matter may be listed after a week for admission hearing.
Mr.
SN Tamuli.
Tamulia, learned counsel for the petitioner. MS Nisaria. Learned counsel appearing for respond number 6 and 7 submits that she has filed an additional affidavit in the present petition. Stop. Registry to verify and place the same on report if found in order. List the matter after, let it be 2 weeks. 1 week will be too short.
Lordship, the only difficulty is that this petitioner he is due to retire. So after getting the let it be, yes, lordship.
List the matter after 2 weeks. Registry may take some time.
Right, please, your lordship. Lordship, may kindly pass over the matter for time as election another group.
Who's your counsel?
May please your lordship, this matter pertaining to consideration appointment of compassionate ground, my lord. Earlier DLC has rejected on the grounds that we do not fall under the 5% of decision particularly. Now, our honorable High Court passed an order. No, it will be decided in DLC. Entire taking the all departments of the district. Listen. Accordingly, we have moved this matter. On a dishonorable court, Musande itself passed an order to consider the matter by DLC. Accordingly, my lord, DLC has considered my reconsidered. Now it was sent to our SLC, but as that time I did not make party, SLC was not paid party. Maybe some that region that maybe not be considered over. It is why I have filed an additional affidavit. Here, lordship will get it. I filed on 11. Additional lordship may produce additional affidavit considering my edition as reconsidered, sent to SLC for consideration. At moment, I pray before lordship to matter placed before the SLC, next SLC meeting with my decision. Yes, sir. And only I do not want today disposal because so many cases we are once it is disposed that we end up getting feedback of SLC. That is why lordship may give it and only observation may be made that as DLC has passed this and it may be considered. I think Leonard Penn will not have any objection on that point.
Where is the DLC recommendation?
Here, my lord, you will get it.
Page number 8, my lord.
My additional affidavit may produce, my lord.
Where is the minutes?
Oh, that was now in first one, your lordship one or second edition, additional affidavit, reconsideration. Reconsideration, I have made it clearly in additional affidavit, may produce, my lord. My additional affidavit, lordship got it. Here. I have mentioned it clearly. Paragraph 2, lordship got it.
No, show me the DLC minutes.
First DLC.
Yeah. No.
Page number 8, my lord.
Page number 8, my lord. Page number 8 now. Annexure 1.
Second DLC, which
that is additional affidavit. Page number 8.
62, my lord.
Page number 8, annexure 1 to additional affidavit.
62. Page number 62, my lord.
No, 62. নিজে মার্ক করেছেন আচ্ছা 62 মিলার নাও ওই এনেকে কয় হ্যাঁ নিজে কই
মানে নহয় আজিকালি সিএলি কৰিব লাগে
আচ্ছা আমি নকৰি 62 লটস গট
serial number
first one Sudakshina Sekia. Considered for post of grade 4. Not you got it right.
we can dispose of this matter, directing the SLC to
that's right, yes.
provide you the outcome of the.
My lord may dispose of this matter.
Decision
Directing the commissioner secretary to place before the SLC, my lord, and SLC accordingly take decision.
Next meeting needs to be held. Okay, lordship meeting. As your lordship, please.
First, Mr.
Bodua.
Higher education who appears.
I'm as thus for 1 and 2.
Mr. S. Das, representing council higher education, appears for respondent 1 and 2.
1 and 2 months.
I'm for 3 and 6, my lord.
Psychiatrist, Leonard Governor for respondents 3 and 6.
3 and 6.
Stop. the where are your details?
Details, my lord, you have to go to repetition, my lord.
The father of the petitioner was serving as a senior assistant in SMD College, Chari, light in harness on 10/3/2014. Drafted petitioner met an application after the wife of the deceased met an application before for appointment on compassionate grounds in respect of the petitioner on 2/9/2014.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
On 2/9/2014. Stop. However, as the case of the petitioner is yet to be considered by the DLC.
It was placed on 28/2018, first DLC.
The case of the petitioner was placed before the DLC.
On 20 beach.
And the DLC in its meeting held on 20 August 2018. What did you say?
Rejected on the grounds.
Rejected the case of the petitioner.
Rejection at 36 days.
On the ground that
Page 36, Miller. CL number 9.
Only one for the recipient.
due to lack of vacancy.
5%.
Due to lack of vacancy. Okay. Then what happened? You approached this court.
Yes, madam.
By this writ petition. You agreed. Petitioner approached this court by way of filing the present.
I ordered it is
6/12/21.
6/12/2021.
Must be WC 647.
While issuing notice in the present writ petition, directed that pendency of the present writ petition shall not be a part for the concerned authorities to examine as to whether the case of the petitioner was considered for all the permissible vacancies within the district in terms of OM dated 1/6/2015. And if the said exercise was not done in the case of the petitioner, comma, it should be open for the respondent authority to place the case of the petitioner in the next DLC. Accordingly, comma, the DLC in its mind, in its meeting held on 12/1/2022.
My lord.
Considered the case of the petitioner and recommended her case for appointment to a grade 4 post for the year 2021-2022. Correct?
My lord.
Stop. It is, however, not clear as to whether the case of the petitioner has been placed before the state level. Accordingly, this writ petition is disposed of. Directing the
Secretary.
Secretary,
Higher department.
Higher Education,
Higher division.
to place the case of the petitioner before the next immediate sitting of the state level committee for consideration. After the outcome of the decision of the state level committee communicated to the petitioner. So we have proceeded on the instruction direction.
Obliged. Thank you.
May it please, Your Lordship. I'm appearing for IIT in this case, Your Honor. Before my last mention, my affidavit is already ready. Just a week's time alone, my lord, I'll file this affidavit. My affidavit is already ready. I'm prepared. Numbering is to be done, and
We are not filing for long. We are not filing for long.
it is not the last opportunity, my lord.
Isaac. Isaac.
But I
Are you opposing? Are you opposing?
File.
Are you opposing the prayer?
You are appearing for respondent?
For respondent, my lord. 1, 2, and 3, Your Honor.
Sir,
We do.
you're the standing counsel.
Standing counsel is my senior, my lord, Arpita Kothi. I'm assisting him in this case.
Appearing on behalf of the Indian Institute of IIT, Guwahati, praised for a week's time to enable him to file counter. Stop. Praise the Lord. This is the matter after 1 week. Oh, Mr. K. Govel, and standing counsel, higher education.
CGC, Lord.
Oh, learned CGC.
I may be allowed to file my counter
Appears
affidavit.
for the respond number 4.
I may be allowed to file my counter affidavit.
That's what I said.
Obliged.
I'm giving you 1 week time.
Hold on, sure, man. I'll done.
May I please, Malad, this order is otherwise case issue is covered by a judgment order of this honorable court. Malad, they were working in a junior colleges. These junior colleges were brought under the deficit system, but our posts were not, my lord, provincialized or brought under the, we were kept out. Then, my lord, in 2016, the cabinet took a decision. And in that decision, they said that all those drop teachers, drop means who were not brought to the government level, my lord, each a post would be created for them and they would be, my lord, made into, taken into the government fold, my lord. Nothing happened. There were cases filed. Nothing happened, my lord. All of a sudden, what they did was, my lord, they brought us under the provisions of the Provincialization Act of 2017 and have now provincialized us as teachers and tutors. Whereas, my lord, we are eligible to be provincialized as teachers under the 2016 Act. Certain people who had not got it, my lord, had approached this honorable court. And this honorable court, my lord, if the lordship can come to page 128, it's a WPC number 3816/2021. My lord, the second paragraph, without going into the details of the factual narration made in this writ petition, we take note that the present petitioners are lecturers in various junior colleges in the state of Assam, and services of teaching staff of such junior colleges were provincialized under the Assam Junior College Provincialization Act 1996. But in doing so, the petitioners whose claim to be similarly situated were left out, and they happen to be called drop teachers. A cabinet memorandum under Rule 17 of the Rules of Executive Business was circulated on the subject of regulation of services of drop teachers in 53 junior colleges in Assam, and the petitioners herein are also included in the list of such drop teachers in respect of 53 junior colleges. That is, the cabinet memorandum is there at page 4. Then, my lord, para 6 at page 129. Upon the cabinet having approved the proposal, the office memorandum dated 2/3/2016 was issued by the principal secretary to the government of Assam in the secondary education department, and in the office memorandum of the principal secretary, the terms of regulation of lecturers who were appointed prior to 1/2/2001 in respect of 48 junior colleges and in respect of 29/10/11/2010 in respect of 5 junior colleges were specified, which again is perimeter of what has been provided in para 11 of the cabinet memorandum. So accordingly, it's a policy decision of the government of Assam in the secondary education department to regularize the services of such lecturers indicated above. It is an admitted position that the present petitioners are also included in the list of lecturers whose respective cases for regulation were approved by the cabinet as indicated. Then, my lord, but subsequent thereto, there is an undated notification under the signature of the Commissioner Secretary of Government of Assam in the Secondary Education Department. By this said notification, Commissioner again takes up the issue of regularizing the services of drop teachers of junior colleges, which as noted above has already been decided by the Cabinet in its meeting dated 28/2/2016. Now, my lord, then it says that the Cabinet, the officer lower to the Cabinet cannot overturn the decision of the Cabinet. Then, my lord, para 12, my lord. From both the points of view, the undated notification of the Commission Secretary to the Government of Assam, so and so at 120 Annex L to the repetition unsustainable in law. Accordingly, the same is set aside and there is a Cabinet decision dated 28/2/2016 for regularizing the service of the petition and for purpose of office memorandum dated 2/3/2016 had been issued by the Principal Secretary to the Government of Assam in the Secondary Education Department. The respondents are now directed to carry forward and bring the process to its logical end at the earliest. Then, my lord, it was said that para 15, my lord, we have taken note of the apprehensions. Para 15, we have taken note of the apprehensions are being raised by respondents regarding information relating to petitioners being not captured in dice code for the given year. The same by itself it would be irrelevant in as much as the information to be captured in dice code for a given year is a requirement under the provisions of the Act of 2017. Whereas in the instant case, the regularization of petitioners would be pursuant to Cabinet decision of 2016, which was made even before the enactment of the Act of 2017. All further notification of similar nature, like the undated notification of the Commission Secretary, which has been interfered, also stands set aside. So, my lord, whatever has been done under the 2017 Act, it has to be now done in terms of the 2016 Office Memorandum, and with effect from that date when others were given, my lord. From that day, we have to be given that benefit, and my lord, we will have to be continued. And even the Provincialization Act says, my lord, it applies to only institutions which has not been provincialized under any other law. Now, that 2017 will not apply here, my lord. So this is my thing. When this matter was moved before my lord, it was first moved on 27/4/22, my lord. Then, my lord, on that day, notice of motion was issued, and my lord, they were directed to file their affidavit on the returnable date, my lord. Then, my lord, on 8/6/22, so and so prays for 2 weeks' time, he is to examine the aforesaid aspect, ordered it at so and so in WPC and inform the court as to whether it is covered or not. Then again, my lord, 31/8/2022, 2 weeks' time was taken to examine, my lord, to receive instruction whether the order is covered or not. Now, my lord, nearly a year is gone by. Neither an affidavit has come up.
My lord, it is a 2022 matter. My lord, it is a recent matter, my lord, and my lord, similarly,
Please go through the
there are
orders.
many. Yes, my lord.
It may be a 2022 matter, but the General Council is saying that this matter is covered by the judgment passed in the particular petition. The order is very clear that you took time.
Yes.
My lord, I think my friend took time on 31/8/22.
Consider whether the judgment covers dispute petition. That's the whole thing.
Yes.
If it covers, it covers. If it
Others
does not
not
cover, you should file your affidavit.
We may be granted, my lord.
What? Granted what?
My lord, just for the name shake, they are taking time, my lord, nothing.
No, are you conversant with this case?
I think my friend appeared on 31/8. You, sir?
Yes, yes.
31/8/22, my
31,
friend appeared, my lord. And he made a submission that he requires 2 weeks' time to receive instruction whether the petitioner is covered by the earlier order.
So
My lord, we'll have
instruction
it
is, my
on.
lord, awaited, my lord, instruction is not
My
coming.
lord, 1 year. It's an order, my lord. They can look why instruction is required. My lord, we'll fix the matter on Wednesday next, my lord. Let them have the instructions by them, and then, my lord, we'll do it. Otherwise, these people, they are on the verge of retirement, my lord.
But you can hire a senior counsel. Assistant IMS.
Demount, my lord.
Demount, then you counsel.
Learn time, Lord.
No,
On request made by Mr.
Daddy, money is there.
When do you want to? Shama?
Wednesday, my lord, next.
This matter again on 22nd. 2nd February.
22nd, my lord. Subject to your lordship's convenience.
To enable him to receive instructions as to whether this case is covered. by the judgment order dated 17/11/2021, passed in WBC 3816 of 2021.
Gotcha. Much obliged.
Thirty-four, 35 lawsuit, we paid some time to file affidavit lawsuit.
My lord, herein also, the matters are pending for a long time. Now, my lord, I am hanging, my lord. I may just give my outbreak, my lord. I was working in the Assam Engineering, in the Jorat Engineering College, my lord. I got an appointment in the, my lord, Guwahati University. I joined there. They gave me this, the appointment order said that my appointment is permanent. There was a lien, madam. I had come on lien on 1 year, government had given a lien. Now this lien after 1 year was terminated by the government. I filed a writ petition. Therein there is a stay. So that's one absent. I continued in the Guwahati University. All of a sudden after completing 5 years, I was released by the Executive Council saying that my appointment was a 10-year appointment for 5 years. I contested it before the Honorable Single Judge, I lost. I went to the division bench, I lost there also. And the Supreme Court also, my SLB was dismissed. Then, my lord, I had left with no other alternative. I went back and joined in the Jorat Engineering College. My joining report was forwarded to the director and from the director to the government. Now I had joined in the, my lord, Jorat Engineering College on 25/4/2022, my lord. Nearly a year now, nothing, my lord. And from last 1 year, I am without pay, my lord. Now, their contention was that my appointment is, the government also supported that case, my lord, of the Guwahati University, that my appointment is a 10-year appointment. If it is a 10-year appointment, my lord.
No, our submission is only kindly peruse page 34 lawsuit.
No, my lord, there is an order, my
Page
lord.
34 lawsuit, kindly peruse. Page 34, paragraph 5 lawsuit. If permit, I can read lawsuit. It says that Learned Standing Council for respondent number 1 has submitted that the Higher Education Department has no role to play in the matter. However, it was submitted that as per the affidavit of opposition filed by the respondent 1, the petitioner was initially granted a lien for 1 year on condition that after completion of the term, he must return to the parent department or resign from the post if he is permanently absorbed in the borrowing department, failing which his lien would stand terminated. Accordingly, the lien of the petitioner to his original post of assistant professor was terminated with effect from 27/6/2016. This is our case, lordship.
My lord will come to page 85, that order. 25 for the termination of lien order. Page 85. Second just to here.
It was never extended, lordship.
Second just to here. My lord, 85, lien granted to so-and-so associate professor in geology department, Jorat Engineering College, Jorat, for a period of 1 year with effect from so-and-so, he is hereby terminated with effect from 27/6 on completion of 1 year. My lord, will just turn over to the next page. I filed a writ petition 3864/2017. This honorable court, my lord, at page 87. My lord, I'll read the last paragraph. In the meantime, 3 lines from bottom. In the meantime, having regard to the government OM dated so-and-so, which provides for maximum lien of 3 years, the interim order passed in favor of the so-and-so on 22/6/2017 will continue until the next day. So, my lord, this order, that file is also, it's continuing till date, my lord. But, so in that view of the matter.
This case before the honorable division bench, single bench and the apex court is that he is permanently absorbed in the Guwahati
Fine,
University.
if that is not, my lord.
Lordship, you will file 3 weeks time required, lordship.
My lord, 1 year has gone back. Every day, this is the prayer meeting.
Make sure you file it.
Lordship? Lordship?
Make sure you file your.
Lordship will file within a period of 3 weeks, lordship.
Last chance.
Lordship, within a period of 3 weeks.
My lord will make an observation. If no affidavit is filed, my lord will proceed to determine.
You can hire learned senior counsel assisted by.
M does, my lord. This M does.
Mr. Gay Gogol and the standing counsel, higher education.
Lordship.
Is allowed 3 weeks time as last chance. To file contract.
My lord will be, otherwise, my lord, man is hanging, no pay, nothing for a 1 year.
Filed by the next suitable dates, this case shall be taken up on the basis of materials available.
Much obliged.
My lord, I am appearing for exponent number 4.
You are Mr.
D. Raman.
Rafa.
Rava.
Respondent number 4.
What's up, my lord?
My lord, petitioner, assistant teacher in a higher secondary school in the Nalbai district, my lord. My lord, what happened? There was an old portion of the building of the school, and the school managing committee instructed he's holding the charge of headmaster also. Instructed him to demolish. He accordingly demolished, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, the inspector of school served him a so-called notice that why did you demolish without permission? I replied to that, my lord. Now, my lord, pursuant to my reply, on 19/10/2022, he has imposed penalty without holding any inquiry as per the Assam Services Discipline and Appeal rules. I approached this honorable court, and honorable court said that there is a statutory appeal provided under the Assam Services Discipline. First, apply under the appeal. Accordingly, I filed the appeal, my lord. Till that, nothing has been done, and the impugned order is still holding field. The Lord will kindly come to the impugned order at page 31, without any inquiry, my lord. Page 31. So I humbly pray that, my lord, this will be set aside, and till then, my lord, this will be stayed, my lord. Page 31, my lord.
You filed your appeal?
Yes, I filed appeal as per this honorable court's direction. Appeal is on, my lord, at page 35. However, they are sitting over the matter, and the impugned order is still holding field. So Lordship will kindly stay the impugned order and direct them to file their counter, and Lordship will finally set aside and pass the impugned order.
Lordship, here we have not received any instruction, Your Lordship. Lordship, I may pray for 2 weeks, Your Lordship. Because here we'll have to get the instructions, Your Lordship. We have not received.
So why have you approached this court again?
Lordship.
Because your appeal is not disposed.
Yes, my lord, and the impugned order is still holding field. Earlier, there was no adjudication of merit. I have annexed the order of the High Court, my lord. Lordship will kindly come to. Yes, there is no adjudication of merit. Lordship will kindly see this honorable court. I have given the judgment at Sarah 4. Even for imposing minor penalty also, my lord, the inquiry envisaged under Rule 9 of the Assam Services Discipline and Appeal was mandatory.
Okay, heard. Mr. J. Bhattiwari, then the constitution. MS
D. Musahari.
D. Mujahari.
For 1, 2, and 3, Your Lordship.
Learned Standing Council.
Secondary Education Department.
Secondary Education. Praise for
2 weeks, Your Lordship.
2 weeks time to file counter application. Praise. This is the matter of the 2 weeks. Who is that impugned order?
At page 31, my lord. Type copy at 31, and the original is at page 31A. Annexure 6.
In the entry. The order dated 19/10/2022, issued by the Inspector of Schools, NDC Nalbari. Imposing a penalty of?
My lord, last paragraph. Therefore, one annual increment is to be deducted from the existing
deduction
and till eternity, my lord. Until further orders.
Okay, then don't say anything. By the Inspector of NDC Nalbari shall remain suspended.
Deeply obliged.
Bless you. Lordship, kindly matter may be adjourned for today, my lord.
My lord, because of this review petition, my lord, the order is yet to be complied with. Though there is no stay order in the review petition, my lord.
On Monday, my lord. Monday or Tuesday, my lord.
Monday, by the number of cases are there, no? Monday, I've listed by the number of cases. How many cases? Maybe witness, we hear also 6. Or witness, we can fix it. One request made by MS
And Fukan.
and Fogan, Learned Standing Council. Elementary Education. Appearing for the review petitioner.
Yes, my lord.
raised the matter on 22nd February,
22nd.
next week.
My lord.
Deeply obliged.
None appears for the petitioner. List after 2 weeks.
Lordship, the last occasion, paying for the opposite party for inspection, my lord. Till the no inspection has been received. No one is here also, my lord.
Yes, Chishti.
Lordships, in this case, I need some time, Lordships. I have received the instruction that is not sufficient. I have again wrote back to the director, Lordships. I require at least 3 weeks time because the hearing has to be made by the director, Lordships, about the petition and his other party, Lordships. So 3 weeks time may kindly be given. I have already communicated to the director, Lordships.
That, my lord.
On request made by SMT Chishti, Learned Council for the respondent, 3 weeks time is allowed to enable them to receive it. This the matter again on give a date, 3 weeks.
Back it up,
9th March.
My lord, either 15, either 15, after 15, my lord.
20 March.
Deeply obliged, my lord.
I'm giving you, I think you're getting more than 4 weeks.
My lord.
My lord, in item 41, I was just in code number 6, my lord. 41, my lord.
Cancel the.
Page 41.
Yes, Bora.
Yes, my lord. 41, my lord, the order is at page 8, my lord. My lord, the
Who appears for the respondent?
Deputy Commissioner, District. Huh? One or two Director Non-Formal and Adult Education. District Adult Education.
Anybody has entered appearance?
No, my lord. Although name has been shown, my lord, but none has appeared. Government.
1 and 2, no service report.
Service completed on the second month.
Respond number 1. Who is respondent 1?
One is my lord, Director of Non-Formal and Adult Education, my lord. Assam.
He is no longer director right now, Lord. Now that person is already retired. I think. It's a foreigner resume.
Then you'll have to file an implicant.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. D.B. Boral and the council for petitioner is allowed. How much time?
2 weeks time, my lord.
2 weeks time to file an IA for implement of necessary. After 2 weeks.
Obliged, my lord.
May it please, your lordship. In this case, my lord, respondent number 2 appeared, but respondent number 1 and 3 is, my lord, answered, my lord.
Answered means 1 year has already been retired long back, Lordship. Pitom Sekia. And 3 to Kunasina.
2 to
He is finance.
Finance.
And reference number 2, Lordship, she has also been promoted to a secretary, Lordship.
He also in director now.
No.
No, it is still director as well as serves in.
No. She is
At
secretary
the,
school.
at the time of filing but read petition, served the notice, he is the director. He cannot,
She was.
she cannot escape. And I also filed my this case for implement.
For respondent 1, that can be given.
And I may be allowed to dusty also, my lord.
Not dusty.
Sometimes, my lord, my lord justice, my lord, Kuteswar Singh is given this dusty also.
But other course,
because he is there in Dispur, my lord.
Council for petition is allowed. How much time you want to file your impeachment?
My lord, within 2 weeks, my lord.
For 2 weeks time to file an appropriate IF for impeachment of.
Let them file affidavit in respect of respondent number 2, my lord.
First, you file the impeachment.
Yes, Lord.
There was a direction to complete the discipline appeal, dispose the appeal in discipline proceeding. Almost 2 years have gone by. The direction was to be complied in 3 months. I have implemented them in a new secretary. The commission.
I think service is not yet completed, I think, Lordship.
Yeah.
Then I'll take first steps,
Mr. M. Dr. Leonard Counsel for petitioner is permitted to take first steps for service of notice on the respond number 2 by registered post AD within a period of 1 week. 1 week completed. List the matter again after 4 weeks.
Deeply 46 losses. 46 we have complied, Lordship. I have given that compliance order, Lordship.
Where is that order?
45 time loss.
No, 46 maybe. 46.
Mentioned close. Okay.
I am appearing on 46, my lord. Notice was issued on
45 is close.
Yes, in 45, my name may be recorded, Lordship. I was not informed. I was for the respondent 1, Lordship, in 45.
In 45, right? I think SMT
In 46, we have given a compliance order, Lordship. Second to order. Second page to go.
Yes.
And the counsel for the petition submit that the respondents have complied with the directions passed by this court. SMT Chisti, the counsel appears for the contempt petition is accordingly closed. No,
But we have taken a step, my lord.
still now it does not come back. You want to take first steps?
Yes, my lord.
And respond number 4. It has come back saying that the addressee has left. You verify the respond number 4.
No, I am for petitioner.
That's why. You verify the address of respondent number 4. It says respondent number 4 has been received back unserved with postal remark as addressee is left.
They are not prepared for that. The responding
I'm
number.
talking about notice. On respondent number 4, notice is not served. Addressee has left.
Sorry, my lord, I am not aware.
Your good name, please.
Hmm?
Your good name.
M. Malik on behalf of Ardu Dhar.
M. Malik, letter counsel appearing on behalf of Ardhar.
Ardhar.
Letter counsel for the petitioner is allowed 2 weeks time to verify the correct and proper address of respondent number 4. List of the 4 weeks, 2 weeks. None appears for the review petitioner. Within bracket is the state of Assam. This is the matter after 2 weeks.
Possible for the time being at 2, my lord.
What?
Our Mojumdar will conduct the matter, my lord.
As your lordship pleases, my lord, only thing is whether the records have come, because my lord, the
Records have come or not? Have
No,
you-
my lord. Record has not come, my lord.
because my lord, the subject matter of challenge is a selection of the private respondent for principalship of the school, her secondary school, and the allegation that the petitioner's case is that the marks he was to get as per the guidelines, those have not been awarded, but for which the private respondent would not have been selected.
Lordship, first of all, this repetition is not maintainable because it is premature. The school selection committee recommended the names of the respondent number 6, and this recommendation they have challenged in this repetition, not the lordship selection or anything. So lordship, there is also honorable court's high court's order, lordship, in this respect that this is a premature case and it is not maintainable until it attains finality after state selection committee and by the government approval.
The
lordship.
foundation is the selection committee of the school, and where I have not been awarded with the proper marks. If I satisfy your lordship on that, my lord, that violates my rights.
It is to be considered by the state selection committee, lordship, because
No, I am
they
agreed
have
by
the
this.
power.
Okay, but where's Majumdar? When is he coming?
He is in leg, my lord. In other.
Records are required in this matter.
Because, my lord, I am alleging that the marks are awarded in her favor more than it is required, and I have not been given the marks. I also show the guidelines, my lord, even perhaps without the records also you can decide it, because those facts are not disputed.
Lordship,
Then we'll take it up at
2 o'clock.
otherwise, lordship, the respondent number 6 is going to retire, therefore it may be taken up today itself, lordship.
When are you retiring?
In the last week of February, lordship.
Okay.
It may be taken up
That
today
urgency,
itself.
I appreciate her, my lord, concern, but the fact is that even assuming my requisition is dismissed, then the matter will go to the state selection committee, and thereafter only, my lord, that will be decided, and by that time, unfortunately, she will retire.
Lordship, due to pendency of this matter, lordship, after selection, the process could not be completed. And he is illegally holding the post provisionally holding the post of principal. There is no order of this honorable court.
And in fact, my lord, the rules provide that it has to be within the age of 57 years. She has already crossed that age. He is no longer eligible.
It may be heard on merit, Lordship, since it is pending since 2020. And they take the matter with another review petition and therefore it further delayed.
2 o'clock will take a
Right.
parties.
But okay, register government except respondent number 5 is the school selection committee and respondent number 6 is the person who has been recommended by the school selection committee. My prayer will be very simple.
Mazumdar, you are ready?
Nasiruddin to listen, sir. Nasiruddin to?
No, Nasiruddin, sir. My prayer will be very simple, my lord. I'll satisfy your lordship that the marks have not been awarded in terms of the guidelines that are in force, and therefore the school selection committee should reconsider my grievances and thereafter send the recommendation to the state selection committee. That will be my lord the relief I'll pray for. Now, what happened, my lord? Earlier, the petitioner was selected. And if your lordship kindly comes to page 31, your lordship will find, my lord, the respondent number 6 filed this writ petition 4234 of 2017, challenging the petitioner's appointment. He was selected and appointed. And this honorable court, by this order at page 31, 26/9/2019, has been pleased to set aside the selection on the ground that there are 4 members in the selection committee, but in one meeting, two members are not there. Therefore, this selection is vitiated. On that basis, my appointment has been set aside. But since then, the petitioner has been holding the charge of the principal as in charge. Now, thereafter, the selection has been held again. And if your lordship kindly comes to page 11 of the writ petition, there I have given a chart. And I also, in fact, my lord, the selection, the recommendation is at page 39, where the marks have been given, but I have given the chart showing that how much marks the petitioner is entitled to under the guidelines. Now, your lordship will find, my lord, the marks awarded are in the lower, my lord, the lower chart, in the lower part of the chart. The petitioner has been given leadership skill 1 mark. And according to the petitioner is entitled to the same marks as that of the respondent number 6, who has been given 3 marks. Although, my lord, in that chart, I have not reflected the number of the marks that has been received by the respondent number 6. Page 11. Here, my lord, against leadership skill, the respondent number 6 was given 3, while the petitioner was given 0. But his entitlement is same as that of the respondent number 6. Because, my lord, if your lordship kindly comes to page 30, which is the guideline holding the field. This is an office memorandum dated 23rd of June 2017. Well, this gives the marks, how the marks are to be awarded. I'll satisfy your lordship that the marks that has been awarded to the petitioner is not in accordance with this guideline. Now, so far as leadership skill is concerned, if your lordship comes to page 30, your lordship will find the leadership skill total marks 4. And the result of the basis is results of HSLC AHM examination in the case of high school and high madrasa, and higher secondary second year final examination in case of higher secondary school. Now up to 60% pass, one has to get 1%, one mark. The result of the school is below 60% marks. Therefore, I should get 1, and the respondent number 6 also should get 1. But I have been given 0, and the respondent number 6 has been given 3.
3 is 71 to 80%.
3 is 71 to 80%.
So the results of the school is
below 60%. Below 60%.
Otherwise, below 60 means you will get 0.
No, my lord, 1. Up to 60% pass 1.
That's my.
That is what the last column says, my lord.
Up to 60% is 1.
1.
Below 60% will be 0.
No, up to 60%, my lord.
If I don't know. And that way, the same thing goes for response number 6.
Yes, same thing goes for response number 6. Therefore, my lord, she has been given an advantage of 3 marks.
Okay.
Then, my lord, administrative ability. Administrative ability under this column, if your lordship kindly comes to page 30 again, my lord, your lordship will find administrative ability based on awards, honors begotten by the candidate. State award 1, national award 2, and my lord, these are the awards. On that basis, administrative ability is to be assessed. Petitioner has given documents to show at page 17 and 19 and 20 that he received Dr. Ambedkar Fellowship Award by Bharatiya Dalit Sahitya Academy. He received state award for teachers for outstanding contribution in the field of education, that your lordship will find at page 19. Then also he published a book that is at page 20, cover page has been given, and he has been allotted 2 marks. He claims that he should be given 3 marks. Anyway, that may not be a determining factor, but the most important factor is, my lord, the column number 1, 2, 3, 4, teaching experience. Teaching experience, if your lordship comes to page 30 again, before that petitioner has been awarded 3 and he should get 5. That I'll satisfy your lordship from the, my lord, laid down guidelines at page 30. Page 30, your lordship will find has your lordship come to page 30, my lord? Serial number 5 is the experience, 6 marks. Experience as graduate teacher. The petitioner is a graduate teacher. 1 mark for every 2 years of experience beyond 17 years of service, subject to a maximum of 3 marks. So, my lord, here the period of service that the petitioner has rendered, that has to be calculated. Now, the petitioner was appointed as an assistant teacher on 18/5/1989. 18/5/1989, he was appointed as an assistant teacher in another school called Purbo Kittarbon High School. I have got the documents to show. I'll take your lordship, my lord. Then he was transferred to the present school on 20th of October 1990, 20/10/1990. Now, so he has completed 17 years in 2006. 2006, he has completed 17 years. So beyond 2006, he has served for till the date of selection in 2020, he has served for 13 years. So 13 years, for every 2 years, he'll get 1 mark. So he'll get 6.5, but the maximum is 3. Therefore, he'll get 3 marks. That I have stated, my lord, at page 6. The dates have been given there. Now, here your lordship will find that he has got, he has given 3 marks, then maximum was 6 marks. Then he has served as in-charge principal of the school. For that, for each year, his experiences, he'll get one mark. So that will come to, my lord, 2 years. From 2017 to 2020 May, although 3 years, but he'll get perhaps, my lord, 2 marks. So that way he is entitled to 5 marks.
He was in charge principal.
He was, in fact, my lord, yes, he was, in fact, my lord, principal for a limited period of time. When earlier he was selected and appointed, then there has been set aside because of the committee was not, all the members were not present. So he served as principal as from 7/7/2017. He was appointed as principal. Then after the judgment, from 26/9/2019, he has been the in-charge principal till date. So that way, at least 2 marks will come, at least, if not 3. So he should get 5 marks. Likewise, in integrity, in the 3rd column, integrity, that integrity has to be decided on the basis of the ACR for the last 2 years. So he doesn't have any adverse, so he should have given 2, and he has got 2. That is okay, mine. So on these 3 counts, the numbers were not properly given. In fact, my lord, in paragraph 5 of the writ petition, I have also stated all these dates and the results of the school. Therefore, this is on the basis of the, my lord, guidelines, the marks have not been awarded properly. Therefore, my submission will be that your lordship will send the matter back to the school again, attend these grievances of the petitioner, then thereafter decide the recommendation.
Where are the marks obtained by the respondent 6?
Respondents' marks are at page 39. The original is at page 40. The type copy at page 39. Alpana Das Majumdar, these are the marks. She has got a total of 17 marks, and the petitioner has got a total of 14 marks. But this increases her marks by 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4, and that will come to, my lord, 18. And she has been given excess mark that I have stated at paragraph 5.
Who is the respondent 6 here?
Alpana Das Mazumdar. Before that, before my learned friend starts, my lord, I'd like to point out, my lord, it has been submitted that the respondent number 6 is retiring in 2000 in the February. And under the rules, my lord, no one can be appointed beyond the age of 57 years.
Sir, it will be considered by the state level committee because this repetition itself is not maintainable. It is not the final, the selection process has not attained the finality. Lord sir, it is, they have, Lord sir, challenged the panel list. And secondly, Lord sir,
Just before my learned friend starts, my lord, because rules cannot be, my lord, overridden by the school selection committee or the, my lord, state selection committee. If your lordship comes to Assam Secondary Education Provincialized Schools Rules 2018, Rule 12, Roman 5 says the age of the candidate must not be more than 57 years. Page 32.
he cannot take benefit of this rule also because since 2020 this matter is pending. And secondly,
No, if she is retiring now 60 years, in 2020 she was already 58. 2020 she was already 58. Rule 12, recruitment of the principal and procedure thereof. Page 32 on the left hand side. Rule 12. Recruitment to principal and procedure thereof. The post of principal in provincialized higher secondary school shall be filled up by direct recruitment, so and so, so and so. I'll refer to sub rule 5, sub rule 3, Roman 5. The age of candidate must not be more than 57 years as on the 1st January of the year of recruitment.
selection was held under Rule 2003, Lordship.
This is 2018 rules. How can it be held under 2003 rules?
And also, Lordship, all these documents of the selection process.
Is there dispute with regard to these marks, which is annexure 9?
Yes, my lord. This is what, my lord, I was trying to point out.
No. Is annexure 9 disputed? No. This is correct.
Annexure 9 is correct, and I am challenging that, my lord.
No, that's why I am saying.
Yes.
This nobody is in dispute. Because if it is in dispute, I'll have to call for the record.
My lord, it is not in dispute.
No,
These are the marks given by the selection committee. He is not satisfied with the marks given.
No,
by
he
the
is not satisfied, that I know.
But this is the correct.
This is not disputed.
This is the correct, these are the correct marks.
And also, Lordship, these are the documents which ought not to have received by the petitioner because he was a candidate.
In that case, I'll have to call for reports.
He is also a candidate in the Lordship selection process.
You're going on the wrong direction, Devi. I may have to call for report. Mazumdar, can you get the report?
That is, I can get the records. These are official records. I call them, but here, my
Within
lord,
a
what
few
happens?
days?
But what happens is, my lord, this is at a stage when the matter is yet to come to the government. It is at the level of the school selection committee. This honorable court in some cases have held that it is a premature case. Let it go before the government. Let the government take a call. It is then there is a decision, and it is then it is assailable. Here at this stage, perhaps not assailable. That is my the judgment my friend has given.
Is it my judgment?
My lord, this that is one aspect. The other aspects I can show that as of now, the very claim for more marks may not be totally correct. at this stage.
It has to be scrutinized.
Yes, it goes before the director, it goes before the state level board. Then the government has to approve. Then we come to a conclusion that who can be appointed to a particular. Here it is at a stage when the selection committee has given the marks as it deemed fit. That will go before the board. Perhaps since he knows what has happened in the selection committee, it can be placed before the board. These are my grievances. Will be appropriately answered by the board. And prior to giving an approval or disapproving it, the government has to take a decision. So at this stage, a writ petition perhaps may not be maintainable.
Probably, how did you get these marks?
This is not something, my lord, a secret document. This is official document.
Prior to
finalization, everybody knows the mark.
Prior to finalization of a select list, it is secretion somewhere. That secrecy means general leakage itself shows. That is one aspect, my lord. May I draw lordship's attention to the other parts where, my lord, perhaps the calculation given to lordships may not be correct. There, I can show that perhaps the selection committee has not gone to an extent of giving extra marks or deducting marks. It should not have been deducted. It's not about deducting marks, it's about not giving marks on a particular thing. I like to have the at page 30 the office memorandum. Page 30 of the repetition. Well, I proceed on the premise that since it was a selection where the advertisement had come up in the year 2016 and the selection was held in 2017, the office memorandum of 17 will hold the field. The first topic lordship will find leadership skills is equal to 4 marks lordship finds on the table. The first one. Result of HSLC/AHM examination in case of high school, high madrasa, and HS second year final examination in case of a higher secondary school. So, my lord, if the candidate comes from a high school, the results of the high school leaving certificate will be taken into account while calculating the marks to be given on the pass percentage. Admittedly, the petition has come from a higher secondary school. The certificate lordship will find, which he depends upon. Yes, lordship at page 38A. The type copy lordship would find at page 38. This is the certificate he is given, which shows the result of the public higher secondary school. Public HS school would be public higher secondary school, Hailakandi. The results are given of the HSLC examination. Therefore, on the date of the interview, when the petitioner produces certificate, the condition that the pass percentage of the higher secondary second year final examination had to be given before the selection committee was not complied with by the petitioner. Therefore, since there were no results of the higher secondary second year final examinations placed before the committee, there can be no mistake in awarding him 0 marks at page 39.
I'll answer to that.
That 0 marks would be, my lord, is correctly given in my humble submission. There were no higher secondary results before the selection committee to give him any marks. The first thing. Now, lordship would have the calculation given at the petitioner had given a calculation. Lordship has that teaching experience part. Petitioner says that 3 marks for his teaching experience as a graduate teacher and 2 marks for his experience as an in-charge principal. Now, the in-charge principal is of a period which was after the selection process. The first selection process has taken place. The principal period, my lord, he had given here somewhere that he had acted. Yes. From 07/07/17. Lordship will find it page 6, para 5. From 07/07/17 to till date, that is filing of this writ petition, he has been the principal / in charge principal in Algapur. Algapur is the school where the selection is now taking place for the regular principal. So he became a principal or an in charge principal after the first selection, which was set aside by this honorable court. Therefore, my lord, if we have to redo the selection, we have to take his experience and his everything as on the date when he applied for the post. And on that day, he did not have any experience as a principal or in charge principal of the Algapur High School. Therefore, those 2 marks are not to be allotted to him. Therefore, his mark stays at 3.
Which rule covers this?
2003 rules would come in because 2018 rules were brought in after the selection process had started. So 2003 rules would come in, and there is no bar for appointing anybody beyond the age of 57 years. So there is a slight miscut. What is, my lordship will find the certificate that had been produced before the selection committee refers to the year 2015 and 16. But experience is sought to be counted by the petitioner from 17 to 20. It cannot be both. Either the results of 2019 has to be taken into account, if the experience up to 20 has to be taken into account, or if the results of 15-16 are being considered, then the experience up to 17 has to be considered. Till that point of time, no experience as a principal or in charge principal. So on the face of it, I'm not saying it is correct, it is wrong, that will be for the state to decide once he makes a grievance before that. As of today, on the face of it, perhaps it does not need an interference of this honorable court, and going by the judgment delivered by this honorable court in the there has to be a decision by some authority before this honorable court would like to interfere in the matter. At this stage, my lord, if we keep interfering with what the lowest level selection committee is doing, there will be no finalization to any process. As has happened in this case, he had to come away from that school from where he was a teacher. He was an in charge principal here because we cannot send him back now. The person whom the selection committee thinks is the best person, he is about to retire without holding a post. Let there be some finality in the whole issue. Thereafter, if there is a grievance, always open to challenge, subject to approval petition, stay of the appointment order, everything can come in. At this stage, what?
Let's see the 2003 rule.
2003 rules. Page 363 of this. That also could find it, page 376. 376. Starts at 360, but relevant portion at 376. There is no bar to the upper age limit. Lordship has rule 12. Recruitment of principal in the higher secondary, multipurpose school and qualifications. Post of the principal in the provincial or higher secondary schools or higher secondary multipurpose schools shall be filled up by direct recruitment. Minimum qualification for appointment to the post of principal in a higher secondary and multipurpose school shall be as follows. Lordship will have number 4. The age must not be less than 40 years as on the first day of January.
And where's the procedure?
The procedure is the next one, 13. Before the end of each year, member secretary of the school selection committee shall invite applications from intending eligible candidates. 2. On receipt of applications from the eligible candidates, the school selection committee considered under Rule 8.4 after scrutiny of applications shall hold the interview and prepare a panel of names of 3 candidates on the basis of qualities such as so and so. 3. The panel of names so prepared by the school selection committee shall be forwarded to the concerned inspector to the state selection board constituted under Rule 16 for approval. After receipt of the panel under sub-rule 3 of the state selection board shall prepare a select list equal to the number of vacant posts taking into consideration such as leadership skills, administrative ability, integrity and commanding personality. The panel of names so prepared and recommended by the state selection board shall be submitted to the government, which after causing such verification as may be deemed necessary shall accord approval for appointment. Select list so prepared shall be in force for 1 year from the date of its approval by the government. provided that if the school selection committee fails to prepare a panel of names under sub-rule 2 within 6 months from the date of vacancy arises, state selection board shall make the selection and prepare a panel of names. Now, if you come back to the select list which has been referred to, my lord, that lordship will find that page 40 is the original. It is simply the marks given to all candidates who had attended the interview. The panel, the panel containing 3 names is even not formed. There are 9 names. So it is at a stage when even the selection committee is yet to come to a final decision.
Chaudhary, I think.
My lord, I appreciate my learned friend's submission. My lord, I want to cut the long story short. Your lordship will kindly come to the order that was passed while this repetition was moved. That is order dated 15/9/2020. There is certain direction, my lord.
Where?
In the order dated 15th of September 2020.
Page 31.
Page 31. It's also there in page 31 of the affidavit. No, it's not. Your lordship may come to the paragraph, last but 2 paragraph, my lord, considering the submissions. The paragraph starts with considering the submissions made and taking note of the submission that the state selection committee.
Last para?
Para is not numbered, my lord. The paragraph starts as
order of this court.
Order of this court.
My lord, this court's order. I'm sorry, it is not in the
No,
repetition.
this court's order, my lord. The order sheet I am referring to.
Oh, this court's order.
Sorry.
Dated
15th of September 2020.
Yes.
Last but 1 paragraph, my lord, starting with considering. Considering the submissions made and taking note of the submissions that the state selection committee has not yet held this meeting to select the principal of Al Kapur Public Higher Secondary School, the court is inclined to provide that it would be open to the petitioner to submit his representation before the Director of Secondary Education Assam, Respondent number 2, who would forward the same to the State Selection Board for selection of principal in provincial higher secondary schools, Respondent number 3, notwithstanding that there is no provision in the Assam Secondary Education Provincial Rules 2003 for any representation by a person aggrieved by the allotment of marks by the school selection committee, and on receipt of the same, the competent authority would take into consideration the said representation while considering the merit list submitted by the school selection committee. In fact, my lord, by this order, the entire representation could have been disposed of at that stage. Even now, my lord, that has not been done. We have already filed the representation pursuant to this order that we have annexed in the additional affidavit. The representation was filed on 25/9/2020. And we don't know whether what has happened to that. In fact, that gives the relief, my lord, that gives the justice to this. I was directed that I was given liberty to file a representation. In the event of filing the representation, the director will consider and on the receipt of the same, competent authority would take into consideration the said representation while considering the merit list submitted by the school selection committee. My lord, if this order is made absolute, my lord, we do not need to go into the, my lord, dispute effect. With that direction, my lord, this order making absolute, my lord, this part of the direction, if lordship may dispose of the order, because we do not know what has happened to my representation.
Have you filed your representation?
Yes, my lord, that your lordship filed in the additional affidavit filed on 15/10/2020.
But where is the provision to file a representation?
No, it's not there, my lord. That has been recorded in the order itself. There is no provision. If I may read again, my lord. It would be open to the petitioner to submit his representation before the Director of Secondary Education Assam, who would forward the same to the State Selection Board, notwithstanding that there is no provision in the Secondary Rules 2023 for any representation by a person aggrieved by the allotment of marks by the School Selection Committee, And on receipt of the same, the competent authority would take into consideration the said representation while considering the merit list submitted by the school selection committee. That takes care of, my lord, the grievance of the petitioner. And my lord, we do not go beyond the rules also. Except that, my lord, this honorable court has directed, although there is no provision for filing a representation, that has been filed in the additional affidavit at page 9. They find that, my lord. Let them decide.
Affidavit, my lord, the representation here, or the statement here, my lord, it doesn't state that it has been received by the, there is no receipt on the
Let him obtain instruction, my
So we
lord,
do
if
not know on
it
that.
Issue this.
My lord?
If it is received,
If it is received, that is one aspect.
that will be considered.
The second aspect
If it
is, my
is
lord,
not received, still then the staff selection board.
my lord, we'll put it before, he'll have to file a fresh
consider the
one.
matter
My lord. And my lord, my only
and place
apprehension
it
is,
before the government.
since now the bag is, the cat is out of the bag, everybody knows their marks and everybody has an expectation. Perhaps allowing him to file a representation may not suffice. She may have her own cause
Yes,
to
yes,
say
yes.
that my marks are correct.
Yes.
That has to be then again taken into
Very, very fair,
consideration.
very fair.
And my prayer would be, lordship will keep, will say that this order will not be a precedent, otherwise in every selection process, we'll have to consider all the applications all the time. Reference will be made to this order.
Problem is already there's a judicial
My lord,
order.
yes, there's a judicial order, therefore, my lord, let it not
by
be a precedent.
coordinate bench.
My prayer is let it.
Therefore,
No, I'm not on that. They can file their representations. I'm never against it. Only thing is, let this process not be a precedent. Otherwise, this order will be shown that we can file representations against the school selection committee. Every school selection committee, the government has to sit down and dispose of all the representations. No selection will be complete. This needs to be done at a very fast pace.
Let
This
it be
principal
not,
selection.
let it not be a precedent, my lord, but there is already a judicial order.
Let this representation be there. Let her also have a say since the what I've said.
you want her to also make.
Otherwise, my lord, she will not be able to support her marks.
Yes.
She'll come back tomorrow.
Yes, my lord, that is fair, my lord.
Let's take off. Heard Mr. M.K. Chowdhury, Learned Senior Counsel, assisted by
Ice Baruya.
I.S. Baruya, Learned Counsel. Also heard Mr. R. Majumdar,
My lord.
Learned Standing Counsel, Secondary Education for respondents
1, 2, 3, 4.
3 and 4.
My lord.
School Selection Committee, nobody.
My lord.
I don't know.
And MS R. Devi
For respondent number 6.
for respond number 6. So, by this writ petition, the petitioner is challenging the merit list, isn't it?
Merit list, my lord.
Merit list
Prepared by the school selection
prepared
committee.
by the school selection committee of
Algapur Public Higher Secondary School
Algapur Public Higher Secondary School,
for selection of principal.
Hailagandi district, for selection of
Principal of the
principal.
That is, my lord, dated 28/5/2020. Page 39.
This court. This court, while issuing notice in the present. Was it a notice
Yes, my lord, notice was issued on that day.
on 15/9/2022? Had also made the following argument. No, not, had also passed the following direction. It's, this is ordered, I'll fake it. A to A, huh? Stop. Where is it? A perusal of the Assam Secondary Education within bracket Provincialization Service Rules 2003, particularly Rule 13, which prescribes the procedure
of selection of principal. It is seen that the school selection committee shall prepare a panel of lists after holding interview and thereafter place the same and thereafter forward the same before the state selection board. Stop. Thereafter, comma, the state selection board shall prepare a select list equal to the number of vacant posts and the panel of names prepared by the state selection board shall be submitted to the government, who in turn, after causing such verification as may be deemed necessary, shall accord approval for appointment. Coming to the case in hand, it appears it is seen that the state selection board is yet to prepare a panel of names, and the same is yet to be forwarded to the state government for taking a final decision. In that view of the matter, I am of the considered opinion that the present petition is premature at this stage. Stop. And therefore, I am not inclined to pass any orders. Stop. However, in view of the directions passed by this court on
15/9/2020. 15/9/2020.
15/9/2020, which is already extracted here and above. And also, don't tell like that. However, in view of the directions passed by this court on 15/9/2020, which is already extracted here and above, it is submitted that the petitioner has already made his representation
Dated 25/9/2020.
before the Director of Secondary Education,
My lord.
Assam, on 15/10/2020.
25/9/2020.
On
25/9/2020.
25/9/2020.
September 2020.
Stop. As the petitioner has already made his representation and has already made his representation, this court accordingly directs the respondent number 6 also to make his representation supporting her case, her or his supporting her case before the Director of Secondary Education, Assam, within a period of within a period of 1 week, I'll say.
1 week. Last week.
This is the problem. Within a period of 3 days. 3 days from today. But then who is heading the state selection board?
My lord, Lordship will find it, I'll say it's Commissioner and Secretary of Government of Assam. He's the chairman, then we have the director,
Then what
secretary,
is the
and
purpose
director.
of having a representation before the director?
Well, the director has to place it before the state selection board. That representation has to be considered by the committee.
On receipt of the representation made by the respondent number 6, the director of secondary education shall place both the representations made by the petitioner on 25/9/2020 as well as the representation made by the respondent number 6 before the state selection board,
My lord.
before the state selection board, who in turn shall consider both the representations and thereafter finalize the panel of lists, which in turn shall be submitted to the state government for taking a final decision. Stop. Needless to say that the government shall make due scrutiny and verification in accordance with law before finalizing the decision. Now, before finalizing the selection. Stop. With the above directions, this petition is disposed of. It is, however, made clear that this order shall not be a precedent for other cases in future.
So only one clarification, my lord.
Not disposal now. You will submit within 3 days. Director will forward it to the state selection committee board.
Board, as and when it sits, it can take a
And as
decision.
and when it sits and finalizes the panel of the name, that time they will consider both the representation made by you and the petitioner. Then it will forward it to the government. I don't know how long it will take. By then you may have retired also.
Well, only one clarification I require, my lord. Since my representation is of, my lord, 2020, and since he is filing a representation within 3 days, on the same date, I can also resubmit this, my lord, so that they don't have to look for the records.
Resubmission will be.
Or a
On top, you just put petitioner. Petitioner is also directed to resubmit his earlier representation dated 25/9/2022 to the director of secondary education within a period of 3 days.
3 days will be Wednesday, my lord. 3 days will be Wednesday because both of them are to come from Hailakandi.
I don't know how far the distance is.
Let it be by Wednesday, my lord. That will be coming from 400 kilometers away from here.
Don't say 3 days. Say on or before 22nd.
Yes.
Is it okay? On or before 22nd
Yes.
of February 2022. Let's also where I said 3 days. Just put on or before 22nd. Whatever it is, nothing much can be done now. Only thing is, we're in a hurry to see something can be done.
My lord, in this
Yes,
case, my lord,
what is this matter?
my lord, petitioner before your lordship, my lord, applied for my lord regularization, this is provincialization of service, my lord, but it is not done, my lord. Similar order your lordship passed, my lord. I will file my lord appeal before the governor, my lord. That may be disposed of.
They were not considered for provincialization is the grievance. Lordships have directed similar persons to approach the government through an appeal as provided under section 14 of the Provincialization Act of 17. He wants to file an appeal. A similar order.
We are just jumping into the order. I don't know what the facts is all about.
In fact, under the Provincialization Act,
Same date of order, provincialization.
No, my lord, we applied, my lord, but our, my lord, case for provincialization is not considered, my lord.
By the district scrutiny committee.
My lord, no, my lord, by the state scrutiny committee, my lord. Yes, my lord.
No, you applied.
Yes,
not
sir.
You applied, your name were processed
Yes, sir.
for provincialization. District scrutiny committee recommended your case.
Yes, my lord. Lordship, our, my lord, biodata, my lord, lordship, kindly will look, page 31, my lord.
Forget your biodata.
District, my lord, forwarded, my lord.
Recommended.
Yes, my lord.
State selection committee did not recommend.
Did not recommend it, my lord.
Being their nation of in the diaspora.
M. Barbarian, council for also heard. Mr. R. Majumdar, the standing council secondary education correspondence 1, 3, 1, 3, 5 also.
Yes.
No, the 1, yes, 5 would be.
1, 3, and 5.
Yes.
Mr. Cycle and governor correspondent number 4. Who appears for finance?
Finance would be Mr. B. Gogol.
Mr. B. Gogol.
I have seen him in the court.
Finance correspondent number 2. And SSA?
SSA would be Mr. S. Bora, my lord.
And Mr. S. Bora, learned standing counsel for the respondents 6 and 7. Learned standing counsel SSA for respondents 6 and 7.
For petitioner number 1 was appointed by page 14, lordship, kindly will look.
Recommend partner. Government of appeal under section 14.
Petitioners are here.
My lord, page, my lord, 14, my lord.
How many petitioners? 2, my
Two
lord.
petitioners, my lord. Page 14, my lord, he was appointed as a, my lord, Manipuri language teacher.
Petitioner number 1 was appointed as a Manipuri language teacher on 10/1/1998, correct?
Yes, sir.
At the then Venger Ujan Tarapur High School, Kacha, by the headmaster cum secretary of the said school.
Page 19, my lord, petition number 2.
The petition number 2.
Page 19, my lord.
On the verbal instruction by the managing committee.
Yes, my lord.
Of Ujan Tarapur High School was appointed as an additional assistant teacher in the said school.
School was provincialized, my lord, page 25, my lord.
The said Venger Ujan Tarapur High School
Page
was
25, my lord.
provincialized by an order dated 20 August 2013 issued by the
Director, my lord.
Director of Secondary Education.
Without petition, as my lord. Without leaving us, my lord.
What is it?
We are dropped, my lord. We are not provincialized. Other staff, my lord.
Stop. However, in the said provincial, in the said order of provincialization.
My lord, kindly, my lord,
the names
one, my lord, lordship, kindly look page 30, my lord.
What is it?
My lord, this is dice code, my lord. This is important, my lord. In the dice code, my lord, number, my lord, in the top, my lord. In the dice code, my lord, this is the dice code, my lord, and our name, my lord, page, my lord, 31, my lord. Serial number, my lord, 10, Binoy Kumar Singh, and my lord, Bokhtar, my lord, 12, my lord.
Petitioner number 1 and 2 did not figure. Stop.
Though their names are in the, my lord, dice code of
Though
the
their names were captured in the dice code. For the year?
My lord, up to my lord 2013-14, my lord.
For the year 2013-14.
My lord, my humble submission is that as my lord, they are not provincialized, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, their names are not captured in the dice code, my lord. As if, my lord, we are outsider because we are not provincialized, my lord.
However, as their names were not provincialized by the order dated 20 August 2013, their names were not captured in the dice code after 2013-14. Correct?
And my lord, because of this reason, my lord, now, my lord, we are not provincialized, my lord. Everything is over, but they are saying that our name is not there, my lord.
I am dictating the order.
My lord, sorry, my lord.
I don't know. Stop. As stop. The process for provincialization of the services of the teaching and non-teaching of the said what school was it? Oh, so and so school. Started in terms of the so and so act of 2007. Yes. The case of the petitioner 1 and 2 were both recommended by the district scrutiny committee.
District scrutiny committee recommended, but state scrutiny committee not recommended, as our names are not found in the dice code value.
That's why.
Yes.
Recommended the case of the petitioner for provincialization of the service. However, the state's level scrutiny committee did not recommend the case of the petitioners 1 and 2, as their names were not captured in the dice code after the year 2014. So, being aggrieved, the petitioners are before this court by way of president. Section 40 of the Act of 2017 provides for an appeal against any recommendation of the state level scrutiny committee before the state government. Accordingly, this petition is disposed of, directing the petitioner to file an appeal before the Secretary School Education.
To the government.
Before the state government. That will be the secretary only.
Yes.
Before the secretary, School Education Department.
Department of School Education.
Or Department of School
Education.
Within a period of
10 days, my lord.
Within a period
have to
of
come.
10 days. It will be the respondent number.
My lord, number 1, my lord.
Respondent number 1. On top, it says respondent number 1 on receipt of the appeal filed by the. You will file separate appeals, or you want to file a joint?
Joint, same school, my lord. Jointly they will file, my lord.
I think you should file separate appeals.
Separate appeal.
Separate.
Shall file separate appeals. Before and so in the period of 10 days. Thereafter, respond number 1 on receipt of the respective appeals filed by the petitioner 1 and 2 shall consider the appeal after giving an opportunity of hearing to both the petitioners 1 and 2, and thereafter dispose of the same by a speaking order and in accordance with law within a period of 2 months from the date of receipt of the appeals with the applicant of the petition.
Okay.
Deep,
You want to say more?
No, my lord. I'm obliged, greatly obliged. Thank you. মানুহ এইকাৰণে বেলেগ বেলেগ কাপোৰ কৰি দিলে
নাই আপুনি মাজত কোৱাটো বহুত ডাঙৰ
নামত কিয় কাৰণে কৈছো